Hello, everybody. Stream Raiders can feck off. We're not doing that tonight. And now that should pop up in a second. It didn't, but it was supposed to be there because that's the wrong one. That's why you absolute tit. There we go. That's the right one. Right. So I know everybody's laughing at me on Discord now. So the way it's going to work, pretty much, we're going to be running the Curse of Strahd campaign. We're already a few sessions in, but I'm just quickly introducing because I'm not the DM. Our good friend Matt is the DM, and he's pretty much just going to take the reins. And once we start, the only way I'll be communicating with you guys is through the chat. So I'm going to quickly unmute, and while Matt is doing the recap of the last session, I'll hopefully be setting up some cameras for you all to see us. So I hope you enjoy. There we go. Hello.
Hi.
I thought everyone's just gone.
Hi.
Yeah, we were just gonna fucking leave you. The
Yeah, we
moment
just
you
went
turned
away.
it on, we were like, no, we're not here. Bye, bitch. It's like, you're not getting out of this.
So while the recap and everything happens, I'm going to set up the cameras for the video.
Can Sarah hear me? Because I don't want to say hi, and she's just thinking of it.
Yeah. Everybody can hear everything now, apart from Matt.
There we go. I completely disappeared. The DM just totally vanished off the face of the planet. Right.
Most
Hi,
expendable
my
one though, so that's
lovely.
fine.
How are you, Sarah and Lakeda?
Wow.
I hope you're well. Sorry, I haven't seen much of you guys.
We've clearly got the popular people here, and there are some people here who have never used Twitch before, never streamed before. I being one of them. Your DM for tonight of Curse of Strahd.
Good luck, Matt.
So
We've lost somebody.
that,
Bolgy.
that might have been me.
No, we've lost
We've lost
Bolgy
Bolgy.
because he was trying to put his cam on, I think.
We're more organised than this usually.
Well, this is the
everyone.
first stream, so there was going to be some teething problems. Like,
Teething problems?
What I'll do.
Yeah, it helps if you join the game on Roll.
So, we'll introduce our cast. We'll introduce first the party member who couldn't make it tonight.
do you want me to put it up?
He's really the actually. You all should be seeing a black screen if I'm right.
Yes.
Okay, good. I'm on the right bit then. So, the party member who couldn't make it is our gnome barbarian, or bardbarian, should I say, named Urki. If I just reveal him for you. And next up is our Genasi.
Ooh.
Perhaps you would like to introduce yourself, Dami.
Sure, yeah. I play Dami. She is a fire genasi. She's particularly good at picking locks, sneaking around, and generally crime. She's not great in a fight.
Okay.
Why? Why?
Strengths and weaknesses.
I was biting my lip. I really was like, dies regularly. And then she went.
That's such a good picture, Matt.
They are so cool.
Next
Awesome.
up, I was hoping to go in the order here, but as Bolgi has fell off with technical issues, he's joining us back on as quickly as we can. We'll move on to Erebus. Lee, if you'd like to introduce yourself.
Right. So I am playing Erebus the Wise, a human sorcerer, and it's kind of an old man who almost is keeping the group together. He thinks as much as he can, or at least kind of stapling everyone together.
Awesome.
Nice.
And there we have Erebus with his cobra staff, very Jafarish. Let's
What a
move
lad.
on to Light.
All right. So Lite is also a rogue, but a halfling. Used to live life on the seas as a pirate, and he's been brought alongside this group to try and do whatever it is we're supposed to be doing, apart from not dying, really. Yeah.
There we go. Reaper.
I am
Great.
Reaper, a elf ranger, generally quite standoffish, doesn't really take to people very quickly, and pretty foul-mouthed at that too. Excellent
Absolute
sharpshooter.
foul. Lethal lady. Bolgi, is played by Lewis. Would you like to introduce yourself? Who's just joined us again, if we can hear him? Or he's still having tech issues by
No.
the sound of it.
Why tonight?
Always on the line. Always on the
No.
line.
I tell you what, we'll move on. We'll move on to Blanche. It's played by Mike. Michael.
Yeah, Blanche is a dwarf fighter. Pretty quiet, keeps to herself most of the time. With the basic rule of if it can't be drunk, it can't be stolen. Hit it with a hammer.
There we go.
She's been doing well at that so far.
Now, now I can see Lewis online. Don't know if he's
We can
having mic issues.
Oh, I heard him.
Hello.
Yes, I'm here.
There
There
he
we go.
is.
Hey.
There we go.
Reyes,
Right,
can you turn him up on your end? Because I don't know if the stream's going to hear him over, because we're quite loud,
Yup.
but he's quite low.
There we go. If chat can just let me know if he is a bit quiet compared to the rest of us, that'll be great.
Sorry, my things hate everything.
It's all right.
It's all right.
But
Do you want
introduce
to
yourself.
introduce yourself, Bolgi?
Yes, I am a Furbolg from the new Great U. I love nature and hate everything that goes against nature. Yes.
So in character.
There we go.
So adorable.
So in
it's
character.
Yeah, I was about to say that you do
You.
it in character. And because it's a party of 7, I had to include an 8th character, none other than the big bad guy of Strahd. There we go.
What a lad.
There
What
we
a
go.
lad.
Your
It has a
cast.
strange fetish for redheads, and half of the group are redheads.
Fine, it's fine. We're fine. This is fine.
Oh gods. Okay. As we as Lite has mentioned, we have been running this campaign for nearly 2 months now. This will be session 9 or 10 off the top of my head. I don't know if people are familiar with Curse of Strahd, but there's been a lot of sweat, blood, and tears throughout the group. Probably won't do a recap of the whole game tonight, but I will do a recap of what happened previously in the last game. So let's get some atmosphere on here. So, I don't know if that's going to be really loud for you guys. That is incredibly loud for me.
I always
That's
have to slightly turned down anyway.
yeah, that's
I have it turned
another
quite
thing.
low.
Another thing for chat, if it is hard for you to hear the music, let me know, because it's literally just down to my preference at the minute.
Damn, we should have introduced Tiago. Because he's
He'll
yeah.
introduce himself in a bit soon.
Yeah. People will become aware. It's fine.
So I'm just trying to turn this down for myself, but
Yep.
it's. I
Music
can't remember
will
how
put it
I
on.
did it. Oops. Sorry about this, guys.
That's all right. Don't worry. To be fair,
Oh,
you'll
dear,
put the
oh,
next
dear.
one on. You'll put the next one on. It'll be too quiet, so you'll have to turn it back up.
Screw it, I'll just do this instead.
How are you trying to turn it down, by the way?
It's because I'm using my tablet instead of my laptop that I'm used to.
Yeah.
So
I was going to say, because you should just be able to click on rhythm in the chat and turn it down independently.
if I do it on my computer, because I'm not connected to it, open Discord, thank you. And then it just keeps jumping back to you guys for some strange reason. Bear with.
Lovely.
Pop.
Oh, crap, I can't do that because it gets rid of all the cams. So I'm going to have to look at Discord messages on my phone.
Classic Discord.
Discord fucking things up since it started.
Yup. Welcome to technology, everybody.
Oh, tell me about it.
There we go. Right. So, the last we left off, the party were investigating the mysterious doings of the missing bones of Saint Andrew, which they had learned had been stolen by Milivoj, the groundskeeper. And he was hired by Ernest Lansk, the Watcher, a family butler, to take the bones to the coffin maker in Valaki. You decided to visit the coffin maker and reap her with her new ally, the saber-toothed tiger that once belonged to a vampire hunter named Rictavio, which she befriended with magical means, and acted as a distraction to lure out the coffin maker while the rest of you infiltrated the coffin shop. Upon your investigation, however, half the party outside, half the party inside, you came across a nest of vampires in the attic, being led by Anastasia, one of Strahd's brides. You attacked the vampires, which proved very brutal, causing our dear Dami to go down, but in a moment of heroism, our Lite dived in front of Anastasia's blade, taking the shot for himself, and perished at the vampire's blade. The rest of the party came in and helped fight off the rest of the vampires. Anastasia, weakened to literally 1 health point, caused a couple of her bodyguards to teleport away just in time. There you found the bones of Saint Andrew. And with last minutes to spare, you rushed the bones and the dead body of Lite to the church and begged Father Lucian there to save him. With the bones returned back into the tomb, Father Lucian tried to reclaim Lite's soul. And while in purgatory, Lite came across the Morning Lord, the great god in Barovia, and explained that he was part of a group chosen as the last means of hope for Barovia, and if Lite swore allegiance to him, he would return him to life, but only the one time. Lite agreed to pledge an allegiance to him and brought him back from the dead, as the rest of the party laid anxious to the fate of their fallen companion. So, with that, with Lite sitting on the table, we have Dami, I believe you went outside to sort of
I'm still in
recuperate
the-
yourself.
Still in there. I went to one
outside.
side.
I was the one outside. I don't even know that.
Oh, okay.
Back.
Yeah, no,
I-
I think it's just me and Erebus that know that the resurrection went through. I'm
And
standing in a
Blanche.
corner.
Blanche followed closely with.
She's still down in the tomb. She didn't make it
Oh,
up
yeah.
to
okay.
the tomb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was
So-
currently carrying. I basically got Lite off the stool and pushed them in the direction towards.
That was right, yes.
Who, by the way,
Okay.
I'm at like 1 hit point, so she is like bleeding and tortured and wrecked and ruined and just kind of standing in a corner staring.
With damp eyes as well from the tears of earlier of your fallen companion. Father Lucian, he's very weakened from resurrecting Lite back from the dead as well. Oh my dear. Oh, I've never been able to resurrect anyone back from the dead before. Oh, you really took it out on me. didn't know quite what to expect. Why is everyone so glum all of a sudden? I brought him back to life. You should be happy.
Yes,
I
I
mean-
suppose they're expressing their happiness in their own way.
I mean, I'm happy but confused. What?
Well, of course you'd be confused.
If
Would you like some food, some rest?
Come now,
Um,
Father, you must be resting yourself. You have put a lot of work into what you have just done.
Of course. Silly old man, I just a little out of breath from the whole experience myself. Yes, you're quite right, my dear fellow. I shall do my best to get some rest. Ladies and gentlemen, this ceremony will be cut short for today. If you'd like to leave to accordance, and we shall proceed on with tonight. Hopefully, if I'm fully well rested, I should be. Don't you worry. And with that, you watch us very almost hesitantly at first, but then one by one they do agree to start leaving the building. As that happens, Irina and Ismark kind of peek around, their heads around from the resting rooms. Oh my dear, is everything all right? Irina comes up and runs up to you, Lite, and says, "You look like death."
Yes, I feel it. I'm pretty sure I should be it too. And is the father close to me, or?
He would be, yeah.
Yeah. So I'll turn to the father and it's like, Father, can I ask a quick question?
My dear child, yes, of course. Ask away.
Sorry, just before your rest, but who is the Morning Lord?
He gives a very nice smile as he says that and sort of puts his hand on your shoulder. Dear boy, the Morning Lord is the god who watches all over us in Barovia, drives them away from the darkness and brings them to light. Did you see him?
I did. I think. At least he said it was him.
Usually represented as some kind of shining light or a sun.
Yeah,
Is that what you saw?
yeah, but it was definitely bright.
Ah. Blessed be the Morning Lord. He has granted you a second chance at life. You you are extraordinary, my dear child.
For a second there, if you
What
didn't
did he-
finish that sentence, I thought you were laughing at me.
And not at you, not at you. It's just an amazing experience when someone has been granted a second chance at life, and none other by a god. Oh, he must have divine promises and a purpose for you.
I mean, I do feel a bit different, not gonna lie.
Uh,
Do you have maybe just one of his symbols or something that I could
of
possibly
course.
take?
And he gets up and he has a little bit of a wobble as he starts heading towards a box, and you hear him rummaging through, and he pulls out a almost like a brass symbol of a sun. And like, here we go. I think you'll get more power out of this than I would, my dear chap.
Thank you, Father. Go get your rest, and I'll just pocket
You
it.
too. And
Right.
just look after that dear lady with the fiery hair. She doesn't look all that grand, if frankly honest with you.
I will.
Were you saying that just in your presence whilst I was there?
Yeah.
Cool. As the priest goes, I'll put my hand on Light's shoulder and I'll kind of, not whisper, but say quietly to him, just as with all gods, Light, they always ask for something in return. And I'll kind of then push him over to Dami.
Okay. Reaper. What are you up to?
I'm just still sat out there with my face buried in the poor bloody tiger at the minute. I've not even noticed the people just coming out. I just don't give a fuck.
I'd like to imagine at this moment, Bolgi as kind of is out. I'd assume you're outside at the moment, aren't you?
Yeah, I missed the end of last session, so I don't know if I came out of the room or not. I assumed I was still inside the house.
Oh, of course. You and Blanche kind of stayed behind a little, and same as no, it was Urki. I always forget because he's not here. That eventually
Poor
Bolgi and Urki have made them they do start arriving towards the church, a little bit breathless.
Yeah.
So what's going on inside?
I don't know. I've been with you.
Well, Reaper with that bloody giant tiger is looking a bit. Well, is she crying? I mean, did they save Lite at all? Do you think?
I don't know. Last I heard, Light was dead. I kind of
Ooh.
selfishly hope it stayed that way, but I guess we'll find out.
Called it. Me
Fucking
and
Bolgi.
Darmy had a bet.
I'll say for that matter, because whilst Light's limping over to Darmy, I will exit the church.
Okay. So, yep, Erebus takes a step outside. Oh, also Reaper.
Do I need
Around
to-
this time,
Check, yeah.
animal handling, please. Nearly forgot.
I was just
I was
talking
gonna
about that
ask you,
yesterday.
I was literally gonna ask you. Oh, 18, 16 plus 2.
Okay, and just for the safety as well, you would need to cast Animal Friendship as well.
Yeah.
But the tiger definitely still smitten to you. Even starts licking your face, trying to, clean up your tears.
My baby.
Gives a little purr as well. Make sure you're okay.
Reaper, how are you? And how is the little furry friend?
Oh, Bolgi. I don't know if this priest can pull it off. I really don't think he can pull it off.
Pull what off?
He's trying to resurrect Light.
Ah,
I can't go in. I just don't have the strength in my legs to go in. I can't.
This puts me in a sticky wicket.
Would you say
Why is
that?
that? Sorry, go ahead.
No, continue.
Sorry, this is Urki that says, why is that?
Because Light died.
If he was to be resurrected, he wouldn't be undead, Bolgi. He would return as he was. But that power is so ancient and old. It takes such power, and he's already an aged priest.
Yes, you're right. You're right. Let us hope he was too weak.
Wow, that's not what I was saying. For God's
Best
Right,
friend.
Light, do you want to make a new character sheet?
Bolgi's gonna fuck me up with that new turtle armor he's got.
Turtle and a half shell's right.
Turtle and a halfling.
God, I've got to get back into character. Come on.
Let's just, Mike, do you just want to test, make sure we can hear you?
Yeah, am I coming through now?
Yeah, there you go.
Oh,
Yeah.
there you are.
Oh,
Yeah.
brilliant. So I was just,
Check
I've
issue.
made it back to the top of the stairs now from the basement.
Oh, okay.
Only little legs, tall stairs, Big
Yeah. And as you get up there, you do see Light actually sitting on the table. Irina kind of like mopping his brow of the sweat that's come through, and Ismark as well, just sort of pacing a little, wondering what's going on.
Wow. What happened up here then?
I took a bit of a nap, and then I saw a bright light, and I was back.
A deep nap from what I could see. You feeling all right?
A little rough around the edges, yeah, but I mean, I certainly feel different.
And what's with the eyes?
What do you mean? What's with my eyes?
A little bit glowy, aren't they? If I remember right from last week.
Are they?
Yeah, they have actually
Good eye.
changed from a blue colour to a gold colour.
Yeah, but Light wouldn't know.
He's looking right at you.
No, Light.
See, that's the problem with Blanche sounding much like me, is you never know when I'm in character or I'm not.
No, that's what I'm saying. Light wouldn't know, so Light doesn't know. This is the
Oh,
first he's
yeah.
hearing.
Fearfully like, from my eyes.
Oh, Lite rather than Light.
What do you mean they're a bit glowy? Oh.
They weren't always that colour, were they?
Is there a mirror anywhere in this church?
If you'd like to come into the restroom, we can give you a mirror, says Irina.
I mean, I'll check in a bit. I don't want to leave there, dummy. I need to see her first.
Re-edit that picture I've made.
I'll turn to Dammy, who looks pretty beaten up, and I'll say, "Here you go," and I'll hand over the health potion that I stole a couple of days ago.
I thought you gave that to me.
Well, technically, it was a couple of hours ago.
No, Reaper, you got one. I picked up both of ours, so I gave you one.
All
and
right,
then-
yeah. I know he's done something with the stolen one because he's saying I wasn't going to waste the one that I bought.
Yeah.
Oh,
Aw. Thank you. She'll kind of glance over her shoulder at you, take it, kind of nod, and just put it in a pocket.
Not
look
used
away.
or anything.
And with that, I'll head towards the front door. I don't like churches.
Okay. Ismot kind of just gives you a bit of a raised eyebrow, like, okay. And he'll go over to you, Dami. Dami, what happened?
Vampires. Lots.
The
We were
lad?
split up.
Are you okay?
I'm alive. Bit beaten, but when am I not? We'll be fine. How are you?
I suppose conflicted now that you've told me that vampires are in Vallaki. The main reason we came to Vallaki is to escape vampires entering this town. It's supposed to be well fortified. What the fuck is
It's
going
something
on
about
around here?
it's fine. The bones were in the wrong place. It's a whole thing, but it's over now. I think it's safe. There were bones, they were missing. We brought them back. It should be good now.
Just make a persuasion check for me.
That's fantastic.
I was about to say, could it be with advantage? Because like I have just technically been brought back to life in the church as the bones were returned.
Oh god, I just heard the neighbour's kid calling out and I thought it came through the headphones. It scared the shit out of me. Go on then, I'll let this be with advantage.
Oh, so much better. Okay, 15.
I'm like, okay, I feel like I can trust you with what you tell me, that these bones are what empowers from undead creatures from being able to penetrate Vallaki. For now, I think we're safe. I always feel safe with you and Light and all the others that are waiting outside. I think, I'm just very conscious about Irina, you know. I'm just so scared that Strahd is just going to walk in and take her away at any given moment.
And as he says that, I'll come up behind him and say, "She'll be fine here now. Now that everything's back the way they should be." And I'll look at her and Leah and say, I'm glad you're alive.
I probably best to leave you two alone. And get your rest, both of you. You definitely look like you need it. And he walks away and goes over to Irina, who then both go over to Father Lucian.
Yeah, you too.
Awkward.
He's just gonna stay quiet for a second. Like, I know you probably hate me for what I did, but I do have my reasons.
I already know you're an idiot, so that's fine. Like,
Yeah,
scary, but
idiot might
You're
be one
fine.
of the reasons, but it's not the reason. I've already lost too much, and I'll do pretty much anything to make sure that doesn't happen again.
might be with the wrong party.
I don't think I am. We were brought
It's
here.
one of us.
All of us were brought here for a reason. And I know we all thought it was that lady in the purple scarf that did it, but apparently it was an even greater power than her that brought us here.
Brought you back.
The one that brought me back.
What does that?
I think while I was lying on the altar, I'm assuming I spoke to the god of this place. Called himself the Morning Lord. And Father Lucian seemed to have spoke very highly of him. And gave me this symbol too. And I'll pull out the bronze symbol of the Morning Lord. I do obviously feel very different. I feel like I've got something else flowing through me right now. But I do believe it is going to get harder as we go on, but it's also going to be safer too. I know that's hard to believe.
Hey, you want to tell me you've got a god watching your back now? I'm not going to argue. I don't really have much truck with gods, so sure.
Can I don't know how you want to do this, because technically I've just gotten these, and I don't know if I'll actually know how to use it. Could I just put... Well, I would say put her hand on Leah's shoulder, but she's a bit tall for me. Can I just like put my hand on her arm and attempt to cure wounds?
Yeah. I'd like to think that it happens by accident, that you just sort of reach up and take her arm.
Yeah.
And there's a warm glow that happens, which is really unusual for Dami to feel this warmth on her arm, being made of fire. It's not like a burning sensation that you're slightly used to. It almost feels soulful. And if anything, that the cuts and bruises that are on your body right now, you can feel them sting at first and then begin to stitch together. How much health has she healed back up to?
It was a perfect first roll. She gets 12 extra hit points.
Now roll.
Now you get the rolls.
Where was that
I'd
for?
like to point out to everyone that this guy is the natural one.
He's
sort
Will
of-
Wheaton.
Don't. Oh boy,
The references, man.
scary.
So when he does that and she feels like wound healing and slightly better, she'll kind of frown at him and pull away a little bit. It's new.
Yeah. It is. And I'll just like stare at my hand a bit like, the fuck? I do believe I need some better armor than this shit. I mean, she tore my shirt.
Yeah, I'm
Don't
not doing much better.
Do you want to go find a blacksmith?
I really, really do.
And I guess that's when we'll walk outside and
Yeah.
let everyone else know.
Okay. Yeah. Meanwhile, everyone else outside, just waiting, great anticipation or anxiousness, however you want to take
So
this moment that's happening inside.
do the folks outside see me coming out?
I'd
Well, my
assume
back's
so.
to the door, so.
Probably being distracted by this big ass tiger.
I just kind of walk out and see everyone crying on a tiger.
The Furbolg of the
Okay.
Red New You does not cry.
I was gonna say furbolgs. Do they even have tear ducts?
Oh, they cry, but not. But I wouldn't cry at death.
It's a natural part of life.
I'll make my way over.
Okay.
Well, it seems that everyone else seems to be gathered here now.
What news?
Yes.
Us?
What news? The news on Lite. Well, let's just say he's been granted a second chance.
Ah,
Although, at what cost? I do not know.
what do you
But-
mean?
Well, you can't be granted a second chance for nothing. Although, I think we shall still have a long time to interact with Light. So do not worry, whatever you might be thinking. You'll probably be out soon.
I'm going to wipe my tears off of my face, pet Tiago on the head, and I'm going to go, right, I'm just going to walk around the perimeter because I just can't be here right now. So,
Okay. So Reaper takes a little moment to herself, looking around. Just do a perception check for me.
of course, I check.
Fuck it.
You're an elf.
Those
A
fucking
ranger.
Elf I see.
those vampires teleported to the church, didn't they?
Surprise, motherfuckers.
It's fine, I've
12.
got 13 health points, it's fine.
Sort of scattered along the on the rooftop of the church, and kind of where in the graveyard they've got like a fence going around the outside. You do see it's kind of like a whole murder of crows and ravens, just sort of like perched, very silent, but just watching.
I'm going to take note of these crows and go, I hope you enjoy the show, Strahd. You're next.
Don't move. Just that one squawk. Meanwhile, at this point, Dami and Light would be walking outside. Dead man walking.
Literally. It's alright, guys. I'm not dead.
I'm not dead yet. He's getting better.
Great news, Light.
Good to see you back on your feet, matey.
Well, first of all, show you care.
Light,
just-
if I may, please tell me if I'm overstepping, but would you consider maybe ending yourself?
Oh, I so hoped you'd say that.
I'll just
We so called it though. We both
I'll just give him
Call it.
I'll give him a real big smile, and I'll just say, once I know everything that needs to be done is done. Sure.
Well, I guess I gave that woman with the purple scarf some time.
You did.
I would be.
You did.
It would be mean of me to not do the same for you. So, yes, as long as it gets done and you take your place among the worms, that is fine.
I mean, the thing that needs doing could take another couple of 100 years, just so you know. Like, yeah.
Okay, Bolgi's gonna go off and pray to Sylvanus and try and basically just be like, is this okay? Can we give him 200 years? Is that okay? He's gonna basically Volgi's just gonna be like, he says he's okay embracing it. He's just got a couple of things to do. Is that okay?
Mitigating circumstances.
Yeah. He's gonna apply for an extension. So
Hi, Dad.
he's just gonna go off and do that.
Okay. As for the rest of you, what would you like to do?
Blacksmith.
Yeah, I'll just,
And go
once
for a
everybody's
relax.
kind of said anything, I'll just head out towards the blacksmith and expect them to follow. Or at least Lite to
Okay.
follow.
Yeah. I'll hobble along behind you.
Did you tell us that we're going to blacksmith?
I don't tell you guys anything.
Okay, well,
I guess I'll stay in true fashion and just follow Emily.
Okay.
do you guys know where you're going?
Blacksmith.
I'm gonna make sure I don't go down so easily anymore.
Is this for armor, weapons? What are we looking for?
Most definitely armor.
Uh,
Hoping I can get something similar to what I'm wearing now, just,
well,
metal.
from the previous experience, if we can remember, there wasn't as much of an armorer as a woman who specialized with hunting tools and a cobbler slash horse armorer. So I think potentially our best bet may be to seek a higher audience. Now we know that this family may be a little more maligned. Potentially see what's the name of the leader of the place?
The Burgomaster. Was it the
Oh, the
Burgomaster?
Burgomaster. Yeah.
Potentially seeing the Burgomaster.
Loving
May-
the difference between Burgomaster and Burgomeister.
I'm still seeing the chef. Like, and I'll
Maybe.
just perk up and I'll say I'm not going anywhere else until I get this.
Okay.
Bounds.
If I can't get it from here, that's a different matter. But until I at least check, I'm not going anywhere else.
By all means, continue.
Okay.
DM, where would we go? Because I've wandered around. I'd probably
We should know by now. We've been to a few
know
different
somewhere
places.
to go.
Yeah, you've searched Vallaki a fair bit now. Let me just bring up the map. So, oh god, I nearly enabled the fog of war, which I do not want to do on this map. Okay, so, and everything just decided to just reset itself.
Oh, God,
Again.
damn it. Roll 20, please. Did this a lot last week as well, didn't it?
Yeah.
It reset the whole freaking battle.
It's a sign that
How many
Sylvanus
times?
is
3?
displeased.
3, and in the end we just wrote it down and went, right, we'll just fucking do it the old school way.
I just find it so ironic that your current, well, I'm assuming it's your god out of character, is called Sylvanus, and you're all about living things and you don't like dead things. But really, Sylvanus burnt down the world tree.
Yeah.
And
So the sort of market area is here, and I think during your sort of wandering around, Dami, that you would have found that the Burgomaster would have been here.
I think we're still heading to the market first and to wherever we think we're most likely to get armor from.
Okay. Although saying that, you guys are more here. I just realised these are the old tokens.
It's fine.
So you would need to go up to through the main road.
Is Reaper with
and
us,
then-
or is she still doing a tour of the town?
She's more like here. I think she went
I
round the
was
back of
gonna
the
say, you lot
church.
didn't even bother to ask, so what's the point?
I would make sure to just let them know, to tell Reaper we're going to go see if we can get some better armor.
That's fine. I shall wait here and watch over Reaper.
Okay.
Why can't I need a fucking chaperone?
You were distraught, all right.
So,
You don't.
I'm going to say Urki would probably stick with you guys as well. So people going into town, we have Dami, Lite,
Yeah.
Bulky. Would you want to go into town or stick at the church?
Uh,
And
Bolgi's still trying to get through to Sylvanas, I guess.
oh, okay. Blanche, do you want to go for
Yeah.
a bit of shopping?
Of course, always.
Because you missed out the shopping episode.
No, he
Sadly.
didn't. No, he didn't, because
He
he
got-
fucking
he-
robbed the fucking shop.
Yeah.
No, it
He's
was just
part
the
rogue.
apothecary.
No, that was
Yeah, it was
that
just
was
the
the
potion shop he saw.
that was the one
That's
after.
Oh,
true.
yeah, yeah.
He was getting drunk with Urki.
She.
Because I couldn't roleplay two people.
Yeah, she.
Sorry,
Go on,
she.
dude.
Pronouns.
God.
They. Okay. So, you guys will go to the blacksmith, Dimitri. For the visual side of things for our people at home, like us all.
Yep.
You come up, he goes, back again. What can I do for you? I've not quite finished with that chap's tortle shell, making him the armor just yet. I probably will be finished by tomorrow. But are you looking for anything in particular?
I'll look at.
I'd like to be
yeah.
harder to hit. Like, and I'm gonna
Same
like
here.
show the stab wounds in the armor that I'm wearing.
Oh, it looks like you need more of a tailor, my darling, rather than a blacksmith. But I kind of get where you're going at. What sort of thing were you looking to get? Armor, shield, or? Well, I don't have anything magical.
Either like next level up from this armor, maybe studded, or something I can add to it to make me harder to hit.
Okay.
Not a shield.
What are you just leather armor at the moment?
I'm leather armor at the moment, and I would like to be slightly
yeah.
harder to hit.
Okay. The next step would be studded leather at 45 gold pieces. That one would cost. He has a few on display at the moment, all in different sizes. He does have one that's kind of tailored to a more feminine body, like Dami would. Hangs a little loose, but it definitely fits.
Cool. Did you say
And,
45?
45 gold pieces.
Cool. I will hand him the money.
Oh,
And
thank
take
you very much.
the
It is your right. If you are looking to change, I don't actually have a dressing room. You might. I take it you're staying at the Blue Water Inn.
I mean, she's just gonna take the leather armor off because she's got her shirt on and stuff underneath, so she's just gonna
Oh, okay.
just strip out of one and into the other.
Okay.
And then she's gonna say, "You want to buy some leather?"
No. Not with stab wounds in it.
All right, and I'll put it in the bag of holding.
Okay. Light. So you were looking.
Yeah. Do you? I'm looking for something to make me really hard to hit, not just a little bit harder.
So we're talking.
Thinking about chainmail.
Oh, okay. Yes, I've definitely got some chainmail. Bear with, and he walks into the back, and you can hear him rummaging around. And about a minute or two later, he comes out.
Side note, he's a halfling.
Yes.
that would be considered heavy armor, right? Wouldn't he then have a disadvantage because it's heavy armor?
I think chainmail also
I've-
already has a.
I may have multiclassed.
Yeah.
There is a disadvantage
What's
to it, but
multiclass got to do with wearing fucking armor? You're still about that high.
He kind of looks at the chainmail he's got, and he goes, "It is a bit and he rolls it down, and it's very much like Gimli when he puts on the armor, and it just rolls down to his feet. He goes, "I can try and trim this up a bit for you. I could definitely get this on later done today."
how much would it cost?
Probably would have to charge you 80 gold pieces.
I'm gonna be as honest with you as I can here. I have 43. I'm willing to give you everything in my pocket. I'm not saying I want it cheaper, but I will have more money in a day or two, and I could pay you the rest.
Do a persuasion check.
What is my persuasion?
Get to bed.
Oh, that's not too bad actually. 19.
I know that weird mother hearing shit.
Sorry, how much?
19.
19. He kind of scratches his sideburn, and you can see the wheels in his head turning. Whew. I don't normally do IOUs, as it were. 43, you said.
I've got 43 in my pocket. I can give you the other 37 in a day or two. We're going to be here for a little while doing a few jobs. And as you can see, I need it.
Very true. Tell you what, do 40. Do 40 now as your deposit. As I say, it's going to take me till the end of the day to get everything all sorted. And then by the time that you come back, I should have the chainmail ready. Hopefully you should have the other half of the money.
By the end of the day?
Yes. Or I can keep it in waiting until you get that money.
I'll see what I can do.
Okay. Okay. And Blanche as well.
What do we see in the shop? Are there any displays?
Oh, please don't steal. I've just
There
made this
are-
deal with the guy.
there are a couple of like headless mannequins with certain like various different kinds of armor on the wall.
Are there any helmets on
Different
display?
kinds of sorts. Would be like the occasional helmet here and there. I don't think helmets actually class as any kind of armor though, unless you make it as a makeshift shield.
Well, when he was out back going for some chainmail, I definitely would have picked up a helmet off the side and just popped it on my head.
Okay. Strangely suits you, madam. Were you looking to buy it?
This is mine.
This one's kind of. Oh my days! Did you just say this is mine?
Yeah, I came in with it on.
Oh my days! Deception check.
7.
He just gently goes up and just pulls the helmet off your head very gently, and is like, "I know my own designs, thank you very much," and just puts the helmet to a side. Try that again, and I will be calling the guards.
I'm going to look at Blanche, and I'm just going to say, so for that little stunt, do you mind paying the other 40 for me? The man's doing me a favour, and you try and pull that shit?
I'll throw in 20.
Thank you.
Okay.
Blanche.
You cadgy
If you
little
want the
shit.
helmet, it is 20 gold pieces.
No, it just looked nice. Thank you. And I'll leave now.
So Blanche is basically a fucking magpie. It was shiny, I wanted it, but not for money.
So,
Go in there.
does this mean I only
Okay,
own
well-
20 gold now?
Well, 23. If you put down the 40 as your deposit.
40 is deposit. Blanche just threw 20 over. You said it was
said
80,
you
didn't
had
you?
43. Yeah, 80.
Yeah, you said it was 80.
He only asked for 40.
Yeah.
For the deposit. So you should still have 3 gold pieces. Now you've got the 20 gold pieces. So 23.
Wait, what? So it's 80 gold. I've just put 40 down as a deposit. Blanche put 20 over. That's 60. So there's only 20 left.
Oh, right. Okay. I thought
The
he gave it to
banker,
you.
people.
So.
Ladies and gentlemen, the banker can't do simple mathematics.
We've all been we've all been there. We've all been there.
What someone just put?
Use it to your advantage.
Use it to your.
I'm sure I've paid it all off.
Roll for a deception. Roll for deception.
Right, so I need another 20. That's fine. That's fine. I should be able to get that at least.
Okay.
But I'm also going to lean over to Blanche and like whisper in her ear and like, seriously, thank you.
No worries.
Okay, so the rest of you who are by the church, anything you guys want to do while you're there?
I'm just still walking the grounds, just avoiding people.
Bit too close to home, but okay.
I live next to a cemetery, bruh. It's what I do.
Fair enough. Whatever floats your boat in when you're not playing D&D.
It's quiet.
Full of crows and ravens.
I've already said what I need to say to Strahd.
Okay, fair enough.
Do I notice the crows?
Oh yeah, they're not hiding. They're definitely like
Just to remember back myself, it was mentioned that the crows may belong to the wine wizards, right?
The Wizard of Wines. There was some speculation about that. Yeah.
Good.
But before that, we were at the town where we met Ismark and Irina, and the crows were there, and Dami was throwing stones at them. And I tried to charm it, but I couldn't charm it, so it wasn't a natural crow.
Yes, but it could still be conjured by a wizard.
Yes, Sarah, I am on board for that.
I love crows, not these crows, trust me, flying those bitches. Fuck's sake.
So yeah, I'll wait for Reaper to finish her ambling.
You good luck with that.
Okay.
Or I'll wait for her to kind of amble close enough within calling over distance.
Okay.
And I'll kind of usher her over.
Yes, Erebus?
Reaper, as much as it may be nice to get a bit of a break in a nice setting, but I do believe that it may make it a lot better if we made haste. I feel that potentially looking into this family sooner rather than later may be our best.
Look, let's just go. I really have no time for thinking right now, so anything will be better than this.
Don't worry, Rip. I'll do the thinking. So,
oh, I'm so grateful you're here to grace us, Erebus.
Yes. Anyway, let's us make a move. I'll kind of. It's Erky who's here, isn't it?
Yes, he's just sort of like leaning up against the church, and he's just kind of like whistling a couple of tunes to himself to.
Come on,
really
Erky.
badly.
You can save the practicing for a little later.
I'm going to go to Bulgy and rouse him from his prayers.
Yeah, Bulgy, who's kind of just trying to meditate, getting in contact, and it's almost like static white noise, trying to meditate through. It's almost as if your god is unreachable right now, out of office.
I shouldn't have
If you'd
called on the
like to leave a
weekend.
message, please do after the static tone.
Okay. Yeah. Then Bolgi will just tag along then if they're struggling to get through.
Okay. So I take it eventually the rest of you who have been at the blacksmith would return, or are you looking elsewhere?
I guess Lite would possibly go to the tavern, the inn.
I was going to head towards there.
Yeah.
I'm going to bring
And-
everyone towards that location.
Okay.
And if he knows,
I'm gonna hang back.
Okay.
Okay.
If he knows
And I'm gonna-
Reaper's not in there, sorry, just if he knows Reaper's not in there before he gets there, he'll sit outside and wait.
Okay. So everyone will be heading back to the tavern.
Yeah.
So I'll hang back at the blacksmith.
Okay.
And I'll just pay off the other 20 gold that Lite owes.
Okay.
So
Oh.
yeah, in the tavern.
Okay. Yeah, the blacksmith kind of takes it and kind of gives you a gentle nod, going, "I will have it ready for you now, actually." And he just kind of like gets like a little clipping thing and just. And in about 5 minutes,
Oh.
he just pulls out the rest, and it's
Son of a bitch!
to Lite's side.
Nice.
Fucking
She's gonna kind of,
typical.
like, Pause and frown and freak out slightly, but then she'll wait and she'll show up at the tavern with Lite's armor over her shoulder.
I'm just going to poke my head into the tavern door because I know I can't leave the tiger outside or leave my sight because of my spell. And I'm just going to say to the barman, I've got 30 pieces of silver. I need alcohol, like now.
Oh, well, that bit thought of dangerous saying 30 pieces of silver. Who did you betray?
I don't really care. I want
Oh.
alcohol.
Okay,
I'll bring it
I
outside.
can.
Yeah.
I mean, I can probably get you full barrel for that amount.
Leave it outside the bar and I'll be there with the tiger.
Sure, leave that to me.
I've just literally flicked the coins onto the fucking table nearest to the door.
Just reaches out for them, stumbling over himself. And then after a while, you just see him sort of rolling a barrel through the bar, gently trying to get it over the stairs without them just toppling down. Right, I just go to get the tankards.
No, just one. Oh yeah, this
And
is for me.
I'll-
This is for me.
No,
dear.
he's there just going. He just there goes, and I thought the gnome had problems. Okay.
I'll just, as she says, just one. I'll say 2, please.
I know there's 7 of you. Do you want me to just get the 7?
Well, two
Save me
for
time.
outside, I guess.
Okay, I'll just leave the other 5 by the doorstep, and
Thank
just
you,
wanders back
Barty.
inside. And he just as he goes in. He just makes sure that the tiger is still okay.
I guess it would be
Before-
before. Sorry, were you going to say something?
Yeah. Before I go in, I pick up one of the tankards, have a quick look round, see if I can see a pointy stick.
Okay.
I can't, so I just head straight into the bar.
Okay.
I'm pouring myself a drink right now.
All right.
I'll. Assuming this is before Dami turns up, I'll walk up to Reaper with my tankard and say, "Do you mind if I have one?"
Help yourself.
Pour myself an ale, take a drink.
Oh, I'm drinking the whole thing like a shot, mate. That stuff's going down good.
I'm still
Pour
practically,
another one.
I'm still practically dead. I can't drink so quick.
I thought that was your constitution for being yay high.
And it's just so. I noticed you Well, I noticed your tiger was there, but you weren't when I came out. Is everything all right?
It's
Bar the obvious.
great if friends visiting find the dead. You know.
I mean, at least you lot got out all right.
Yeah, at what cost, you fucking idiot?
At a cost I was willing to pay.
You have no idea what you've done.
I do in my head.
Yeah, for your sake, not for the party's.
That was not for my sake.
What, the trauma that you've undoubtedly caused most of us?
Yeah, pretty much.
You know, I'm known for the idiot, reckless, selfish one. But by far, you're the worst of the reckless, and I'm just gonna throw my fucking ale in his face.
Do a deck save.
You catch it in your own mug.
If it's a natural 20, I will just say you will catch it with your own mug.
It's only a 15.
You do kind of like just dodge out the way. Maybe a couple of splashes across your face, but you've avoided a majority of it.
Be aware, Lite, that this party may not be the same.
On that note,
Made a
Boggy's
bit
going
of
to go
character.
inside.
Okay. Okay. I'd probably say Erky would as well on that side. And it's about
I'm just gonna
what did
continue to
Erebus
drink.
want to do?
I'm still.
I guess at that, Light would probably just say, "All right," and walk inside.
Erebus, did you want to do anything? You can't say no. Fine.
No, it's. I just tried to think. For now, I mean, Erebus will make his way into the tavern, but he'll kind of pause for a second and turn towards Reaper's chugging and go, "We like to drink with Reaper because Reaper likes to drink." No, and lean over. If you do need to talk to someone, I'm always a shout away.
Be assured, Erebus, you're the last person I would ever talk to about it.
Oof. I thought you was mean to Light. Jesus.
Erebus will smile and give a small bow, and he'll make his way in.
Okay. It'll be at that moment, Dami. You would actually arrive yourself with a
Cool, and
new
it's just-
trimmed chainmail.
Just Reaper sitting out there.
Drinking with a fucking
Yeah.
big off tiger, yeah.
And I've got
Getting
like
pissed as a fart. You're gonna make
So-
me roll that, aren't you?
Give it time.
Enough bugs, you'll be alright.
I'll walk up around the tiger, like wide berth, and then just kind of look down at her. I don't really do feelings.
Neither do
But-
I. So grab a drink and we can just drink.
Cool, and I'll drop the armor and pick up a tankard and join her in a drink in silence, I believe.
Okay. So as
Full armor.
you guys I'd
Yeah,
like to point
it's
out it is about 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
It's been a long day,
big
alright.
time drinkers.
It's been a long
Granted,
fucking
yes.
day,
A long
mate.
one.
Come on. We've had a death, a resurrection, we've had shopping, we've had some revelation. Come on, dude. Give us a break.
Fair enough. So, enjoying your time there. Everyone who is taking drinks,
I knew it was coming.
some-
I knew it.
let's do some cons.
Con saves.
Thieves.
Can I bless myself?
Oh,
Oh, don't be a fucking cheater!
No, I'll not. No,
can't.
I'll not bless myself.
All right. Erky is okay. Dami.
22.
Oof.
I'm so excited. I have rubbish constitution.
Erebus.
Erebus wasn't drinking.
Oh, never mind then. Light.
14.
Okay. Blanche.
Or
I'm not playing golf, D&D, mate.
Bolgi.
Was abstaining for now. Got to keep a clear head.
lightweight.
Okay. Reaper.
12.
So I would say Light, Blanche, and Reaper are now
Drunk.
pissed as a fart. And because of that, you would consider yourselves poisoned.
Oof.
Oh, for fuck.
Kind of goes well. Like, I'm still on 1 HP. I wouldn't be able to handle much.
I'm going to be trying to get
because
as
it's just-
much of the bottle away from Reaper as, like, as soon as she starts getting into
No, I'm going to start
drunk.
growling at you. I will
I'm gonna,
growl
like,
at you. I want
whenever she's-
alcohol. You are
I
not
want
taking
to
this
roll.
from me.
I want to
will-
roll for this.
I'm rolling
I
for
wanna,
this.
like-
I will tell you
Oh.
to F off. You are not taking the alcohol from me.
I tell you what,
I have a
Dami,
tiger. Do not make me use the
Dummy.
tiger.
Dami, do a sleight of hand check with
is.
advantage because
It's not even a
Reaper
bottle.
is.
Do you realise I've got a tankard? How are you rolling that motherfucker out of here?
Well, I'm assuming we're
Oh, yeah,
filling the
that's a good
tankards
point,
from
yeah.
It's a
something.
barrel. It's a fucking barrel.
It's a big barrel.
Oh, okay.
Never mind.
Never mind.
You're not going to be able to pickpocket that shit.
No chance.
I mean,
mate,
she
unless
has-
you've
she
got
has a bag of
fucking
holding,
Burns'
right?
ass.
I do have a bag of
Right, I'll do
holding.
it. I'll pickpocket it.
Yeah, but the bag of holding has to
I
get
wouldn't.
over
I
the
wouldn't try it.
barrel.
I
But let's
wouldn't
put
try
it this way:
it.
your
You
best
broke the bag of
option
holding
is to
the day
try
after
and
you did it.
talk sense into me. And good luck, it's you.
Yeah, no,
Why-
I'm still sitting in silence.
While you ladies are drinking, you do see a shadow just sort of
Oh,
appear
no,
over you. as
This
you
is the
sit there,
worst time.
and you see the familiar face of Izek appear.
Not
in
familiar
front
to
of
me.
you.
I haven't.
He's familiar
think
to
I've
me,
glanced
and
at
now
him
I'm
once
drunk and
with it.
fucking disorderly. This is gonna go down fucking swimmingly.
Burgomaster wants to see you lot.
Oh, go
Take the
tell
rest
him
are
to-
inside.
I'm not
Can you just tell him-
associated.
Look, Isaac, I'm really, really not in the mood right now.
Yes, I can clearly see that while you're leaning up against the barrel, aren't you?
Oh,
Um,
aren't you a rushing helpful
Bergman.
person?
Yeah. Anyway, it's Burgomaster's rules. Apparently he's heard something about you lot in a coffin shop and having to deal with some undead folk. According to a captured certain coffin undertaker bastard hosting these vampires up in his attic. He wants to talk to
Yeah,
you all.
vampires. Vampires in a place that wasn't supposed to have vampires. You do an excellent job, don't you, dear?
I'm so
Is
glad two
this-
people were
Is
drinking.
the? I just obviously not as bad as she is right now. He's looking for us to testify, or
Oh. Apparently he just wants to talk to you. I don't know whether it's a testimony or a reward of some kind. He just told me to go and fetch you, and I always know that you lot like to hang around here, so I did my guesswork and found you.
Oh, aren't you intelligent?
she's gonna. Demi's gonna look
I was
Reaper in the eye, make her look her in the eye. Do not fuck this up.
Oh, don't start with me, darling.
And then I'm gonna go
You of all
inside, and I'm
people
gonna
start
dump-
with me.
I'm gonna go inside and I'm gonna dump the chainmail in front of Light, and I'm gonna say to Erebus, "Burgomaster wants to see us. Probably the sober ones
I'll-
more than others."
Yeah, I mean, as he says that, I kind of like. I see. That will probably just make us two. Just see, like the pile of-
actually, Erky did make and Bolgi are sober.
Uh,
Bolgi rolled pretty well.
I kind of pat pat my hand on this drunken Lite and I go, "Are you happy to remain here whilst we nip out for a moment?"
I'll kind of look up from this random chainmail armor that's just landed in front of me. I thought this wasn't going to be done until tonight. Like, what's this?
Prettier than you are.
And I'll just
And I'll walk out.
I'll cover my face with like the whole mug of ale. Like,
I'll kind of motion for Bolgi and I'll motion for Erky to follow me out.
Okay. Erky just kind of nods, swigs back the last of his ale, and heads inside. Outside, should I say?
I'll kind of
Just to
head-
see me snuggled up to a fucking tiger drinking a fucking tanker. Do you know them like little swigs you get on the tankers just like that?
I like to imagine as we come out, she's like, and another thing.
One more thing.
I mean, kind of Erebus will kind of he'll kind of give Reaper that dad look. Is like, well, you're sleeping on the couch.
Yo, Dad.
Sigmund
but no,
Freud, eat your heart out.
he will. He will
I'm
kind
older
of.
than that old raggedy bastard, for fuck's sake.
Also, different world.
I know, right?
Okay.
Do you know what's even funnier? I haven't even made it to my 100th birthday yet, so technically I'm not an adult yet.
You are a teenager.
I know, I'm
So-
illegally drinking as an elf. It's great.
Okay, so you guys would all be heading over to the Burgomaster's mansion?
Yeah.
So
Well,
the
I mean,
From the drunkards.
what I'll do is I'll kind of come out and I'll dress. I'll go. Isaac, I presume. I believe we haven't actually spoken in person.
He's a prick.
I'll kind of like, kind of like an eyebrow will twitch from that remark. And I go,
She could really be talking about any of us right now.
No,
let's be
the
honest.
prick with the demon hand. The prick with the demon hand. The
And
hand.
Leah's gonna look at her hands.
like Erebus
Frown.
will look at his hands.
The other prick. The youthful-looking prick with the demon hand.
Just please take us to the Burgomaster.
Bolgi's going to come as well. On his way out, though, he's going to look at Light, go to say something, but just leave.
As Bolgi comes up. Bolgi! Bolgi! Guess what? That
What?
fucker's got a demon hand. He's not normal. You know, proper full-on drunk.
Ah, okay. Thank you.
So, you are escorted across the town of Vallaki over to the Burgomaster's mansion. And when you get there, you see this mansion has walls of plastered stone that display many scars where the plaster has just fallen away from age or neglect. Drapes cover every window, including a large arched opening above the mansion's double entrance door. You should have a picture. There we go. That's kind of what it looks like as you approach it.
Oh, what a crib!
Hey, I can actually see what you guys see now.
Well, while you're doing that, I'm grabbing a drink because it's got nothing to do with me as I'm pissed as a fart under a tankard.
Ah, we're method acting. Good. Has it? Can you guys see the?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yep.
yeah. Now you can. I was just using Twitch to reference it for myself.
sorry, I was also
Okay.
sorting out my chainmail armor in D&D Beyond.
Ah, fair enough. Right, so, begins to open the door and just sort of like nods towards you, going, "Oh, coming in." And just heads inside. So, what you guys see in here is a like a parlor containing a fine array of furnishings of draperies with an overall feminine touch to this place.
Mhm.
Hey,
And he'll.
do you have a demon hand?
Yeah, what of it?
I got 2. What's yours like?
And he pulls it up. And with yours is like white, then yellow, then orange, then red going up to your elbow. He pulls his out, and it does look like an actual demonic looking hand with spines, and it's very red, almost like a flame thing. And it's actually it doesn't look like it's fused to his skin. It actually looks like it's his actual own arm, and incredibly muscular.
Very interesting.
But it doesn't shoot flame.
As you say that, it does have fire appear on it.
Sure.
A bit.
And I'm gonna produce flame twice.
Now, let's not set fire to.
Compensate him. No, I'm sure the Burgomaster wouldn't like it with us setting fire to this place. And then reaches
I will.
for the door.
I will. It's the flame out.
Do you just do that as if like you're blowing the smoke from the gun? Like,
Yeah.
He's fucking Annie.
He just kind of does like a wave, and it kind of like leaves like a hook, almost burn in the air, like when you used to write your name with the sparklers on Bonfire Night, and his fire extinguishes. He kind of like hot. Anyway, get yourselves in. Burgomaster will speak with you there.
Where are we?
I did have to go for a drink. Are we all actually here, or?
No. Our drunkards have been left at the tavern.
Right. Would you mind if I follow my token, as long as there's nothing important that I'm not supposed to see, just so a chat can see?
Oh, okay. For Blanche as well.
Just let me know if there's nothing I'm supposed to see. That's all.
That's okay.
Are we going in the door that he stood next to?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. Right.
Okay, so in here is a dining room with a chandelier of wrought iron fittings with wax candles hanging above a polished wooden dining table. Around the table seated are various different guests in comfortable high-backed chairs. They wear faded clothes, drink tea, devour some cake, while there's a woman, very well dressed, very pleased with herself, a very pale, thin complexion going on around her, and also a very rotund, balding man as well, with countless chins going on. There is waddle on that side. Do have them here somewhere for the bigger picture. I hate roll 20 sometimes. Right, so this is the man. Just realised he looks like Big Ed.
Big Smoke.
Everything. Okay, and this is the woman. It is the great adventurers who have managed to rid us of vampires. Please, welcome. Have a seat, have some cake, have some tea. You must be very hungry, huh?
I'll kind of take a bow as we enter and I go, greetings to the Burgomaster. Yes.
Such manners. Yes, I am the Burgomaster around here. My name is Valkus Valor. Falakalvich. I can't pronounce his name.
And
please, yes. This is here my wife, Fiona. No, not Fiona. Fuck.
Wow, you don't even know your wife's name, mate. I bet that's his whore in the garden.
classic.
That's why we left you at home.
Who's?
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly why I was left at home.
Who's speaking right now?
Classic Burgomaster.
No. This is Lydia, my wife. If you would like to vacate the ladies elsewhere, my dear, I would like to talk to the heroes of the hour in my own time. It's like, of course, Burgomaster, my husband. Ladies, if we'd like to leave my husband to it, they politely vacate. So please, here, have a seat.
Leah will stand by Demi will stand by the door and not move.
Erebus will take a seat.
Erky is just tucking into cake. He don't give a shit.
Bolgy will sit, but will not indulge in cake.
I see. Well, you've managed to apprehend such a notorious criminal, Hendrik van der Voort, for harboring vampires in the coffin shop, yes? Very, very naughty.
Because he
Yes.
didn't fucking have a clue what was going on.
Well, I suppose we can give you more of a larger picture of things. It wasn't just... Well, let's just say we stumbled upon the vampires whilst exposing something much larger.
I see. What is it that you've discovered, my dear chap?
So, you see, the reason for our entering of the coffin shop was to acquire the holy bones to bring them back to the chapel. The priest had advised us that the bones had been removed. It turns out that the butler of the... what's the family called?
Watches.
The
I can't
butler-
answer that question seriously.
The butler of the Watchers had, in essence, bribed someone to take the bones out of the church and give them over to the coffin maker, for which we then found the bones being guarded, almost secured by the vampires in the roof. We believe that all of this can be related back to the Watcher family as a whole.
I see. You have proof of the makings of the Watchers being able to be working with the coffin maker.
Yes, if you still have the coffin maker still alive, I'm sure you can probably get a confession out of him. However, a live witness can also attest to this. It was in fact the boy who was bribed in the first place to remove the bones, a young boy by the name of... So I've got all these names I'm trying to get through.
Was it Felix?
Was it Felix?
No, it was
No.
Milovic.
Melavoch, yeah.
Milovoch, the now caretaker of the orphanage.
Reaper notes.
So if that is can be enough evidence, we've also found clear symbols outside the House of the Watchers of known demonic symbols. So clearly there's an overall malign vibe going around them.
This is very, very interesting. I've always never really liked that Watcher woman. Very cruel, very malicious, always plotting against me. Always trying to disrupt all my festivals and everything. And that daughter of hers as well, and the two sons, or troublemakers, and even his daughter coming up to my son and trying to woo him off somewhere. No, won't allow it.
I'm sorry, something had occurred. I mean, if you don't mind me saying, your Burgomaster, everything that comes from that family is now being brought into question.
Okay. And what question is that?
whether or not they're trying to usurp yourself or the village, or sorry, the town. Even an act of potentially courting your son, maybe in a much bigger picture that we do not yet understand.
Well, you see, there has been some sort of a disruption with my son and her daughter. They seem to have had some kind of a relationship, but then certain things have gone a little bit unusual with them both. They say that the Watcher daughter is cursed now because of my son. And for that, I've had to put him in protection upstairs.
I mean, I can, if you allow, of course, sir, have a word with the son to see if we can get any further information that may help press charges against this family.
So
Do
not
a
to
persuasion check. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
not to disrupt this lovely conversation about things that you want that we might help with, but seems like we already did something that's really helpful to you. You seemed all keen to meet us. Was there a reason?
I was suspecting the Watcher family of dark dealings for quite some time. She has become quite influential towards Strahd and very supportive, which I cannot oblige, but of course I've had no real proof. I was hoping if you would be so kind of
I mean,
infiltrating and finding anything.
We've already been pretty kind to you, I'd say, clearing out Vampire Nest. I mean, some of us might do it out of the goodness of our hearts, but I think I'm done with favors for you at the moment.
I see where you're going. Where you're going. What are you proposing then?
I'm more than happy to work for hire.
But of course. It would be very dishonorable of me if I did not pay you handsomely for such hard work. If you would like to see my son, just be very careful. He's not right up here at the moment. Very secluded, very...
That might be because you secluded him in a room.
Well, I suppose that's where you can help me on this matter, Bulgy. You seem to have been a fine assistance when we met and spoke to the other boy. So, whilst, Reaper, you discuss our...
Reaper?
No, not Reaper, Dami.
Insulting!
I'm pissed as a fart at the fucking tavern!
Even in my culture, that is considered a dick move.
Whilst you discuss our reparations, if you don't mind, we will consult the boy and glean any other information we can. I rolled a 17 on my persuasion.
Oh, thank you. He does look at you, strokes his beard a little. Yes, of course. I anything to help with the investigation against the Watcher lady.
I'll be right back.
Yeah, sure.
Can I be
by
tucked
all
in too?
means, you've had a traumatic experience. So.
I didn't mean to throw you off, sorry.
Oh, okay. By all means, we could escort you to the attic to speak to my son Victor.
Now, is there anything we must know before we go speak to Victor? You say that he is not in the right mind. Is there anything that we should not mention, bring up? Or...
Well, when I say he's not in the right mind, he's had a bit of an obsession with magic recently. He managed to discover some kind of a spell book in my library. Even I did not know it was there. He's been playing around with it. Him and that Watcher girl. Some strange things have happened, and now the Watcher girl is not in her right mind, and my son is mortified. I just get the feeling that malicious thoughts are within his head if he is allowed to practice magic.
Do you know where this book is?
He keeps it very well hidden. I get the feeling it might be still on him, but I cannot be sure. We have searched his bedroom, all around the house, even the attic room. He was always such a sneaky little shit.
I see. I may require your assistance, Bulgy.
Yes,
Yeah.
that is okay. I just have one question. Did he curse her? You said he was accused of it, and he's been dealing with magic, and by the sounds of things, she is cursed, and so is he.
Well, we don't know yet, hence why I may need your certain hunting magic.
I do believe that the girl was definitely cursed. My son, though, I dare not speak to him in case he decides to curse me too. And it's not a very good look of having a Burgomaster of Villaki cursed, is it? All must
So
be
it's
well.
gone from him being accused of cursing her to he cursed her.
What kind of hazard pay do we get for speaking to somebody who can curse us?
There's the rogue.
I do not mean to be involved in this battering.
I could pay you handsomely 100 gold pieces each for your hard labor.
There's 7 of us.
I was going to say, does this include the
8.
drunks back at the tavern?
Listen, I suppose for now, Burgomaster, the pay to us present will be required as we are currently here. However, if we do find hard evidence on the Watchers, or even, I don't know, apprehend them, would you agree that the wards should be higher as the stakes are higher?
Do a persuasion check.
Because I'm glowering over its shoulder.
12 plus 6, that's
Ooh.
18.
18. I just realised how incredibly dark it is in this room.
It's
I
not
can't
actually
see
that
my
dark.
dice.
It's not actually dark looking at your camera.
No, on here it is. It's just the get bear with.
It's the light of the screen, isn't it?
Especially with my glowy eyes, yeah.
18, you said.
Correct.
Okay, fair enough. Okay. 150
Each.
Yes.
each, of course, each.
I I smile and on behalf of kind of everyone here, I'll give my hand out to have a shake.
And he has a very tight grip to his shakes. He's obviously a man who's used to making bargains and pacts.
Mm-hmm.
And when he shakes, he means it.
Right.
Perfect.
The deal is settled. Now, if you can certainly come with us if you wish to, but I believe my skill and Bulgy's ability to locate magic is certainly needed.
Oh, if that's what you were referring to, I'm afraid that's a one-time deal.
I think we can talk him into helping us. I'll also shake this guy's hand.
Okay.
And I'm just going to turn the temperature up so it's uncomfortable.
Oh, that's quite the burn you've got there, young lady.
With your pet, I thought you'd be
Very
used to it.
fascinating. Yes, I don't tend to shake that man's hand. I tell him what to do, he just obeys.
Yeah,
Pay me enough, I'll do the same.
Fair enough, fair enough. Right, I shall definitely take you to the first floor, but I am not wanting to go any further than that. But I will put you to the attic.
Thank you.
Anything else before I move all these tokens?
No, nothing from me.
Okay,
No.
right. This is gonna look very disorientating for you guys. Ah! Stop it! Oh, that will have to do.
Oh.
Ooh.
Whee!
Oh.
Where did we go?
Up
God,
north.
this is
Found
a,
us.
this is a mess.
Ignore.
Okay.
Is
right,
this the
where am I?
attic?
Right.
It's a fucking
Been in your
mess.
fair share of attics around here.
Check for vampires,
so,
please.
So the Burgomaster does take you up the stairs and leads you to kind of like a trapdoor in the middle of the ceiling. And it's like, just obviously be careful around him. I don't know what other powers he might be able to grant upon you. As you go up, this is an attic space, a large attic full of old forgotten things draped in white sheets. Piled around them are barrels, crates, trunks, and old furnishings covered with cobwebs and dust. But you see a clear footpath through the maze, leading right to the far right, where there's a door.
Cool. Yeah, well, I'll head on over.
Okay. So this door is locked at the moment.
Fix that.
I mean, is the... Oh, he left, didn't he?
Yeah, he's waiting at the bottom.
Before we get in our own way, let's try a reasonable approach, and I'll knock on the door.
Okay, so do a perception check for me.
All right.
Can I as well, being near the door?
Yes, you can.
I might need to take your perception check, whatever it was, because that's an 8.
16.
16. So as you try for the door, give it a knock. You don't hear anything, but with Dami being quite close, you do feel like you hear behind the door footsteps, badly sort of sneaking behind there. You know someone's behind that door, but the door doesn't open.
He's in there
Okay.
waiting.
Thank you. I'll kind of say with a loud voice, and I go, greetings in there. We have come to speak with you on behalf of the town. Your assistance may help not just you, but everyone here, if you wish to open this door. If not, we may enter on our own means, which I hope you understand.
Do a persuasion check for me.
That's a good thing I got. 16.
16. Nothing happens. Not a sound is heard.
Damn, if you mind.
Step back behind some furniture and bits and kind of gesture at everyone else to do the same.
I
Because-
assume you're picklocking this, not blowing it open.
Well, I'm more worried about what he's going to do when the door opens. I can open it from here.
Good point. If you wish to, I will still be the first to enter, if needs be.
Just take cover.
Don't worry.
And I'll mage hand some thieves' tools over there.
Okay. So, yep, do a lock picking. So the skeleton, ghostly-like hand comes up, takes your lock pick, and goes into
18.
18. So, and you feel the click through your mage hand, and the door becomes loose.
I'll use Mage Hand to push it open.
Okay. Opens up. Helps if I also open the door up on the map. Nothing seems to happen.
Okay, I will slowly make my way over to the door, and I will peek in.
I'm going to be right
Okay,
behind
so-
him. I'm actually going to also
Okay,
back
so-
into Urky. Is Blanche with us?
Blanche was on the list of the drunks, so I don't know if she is actually with you.
Okay. Well, I'll kind of beckon to Urky to come forwards,
He comes up.
and I'll let him
more,
go first.
accent.
I'll let him go behind
I'm
Erebus.
just gonna do something. Hold on. Fair enough. He just kind of nods as you do that and goes in. So to anyone who's heading into this room, you do see kind of like a makeshift workshop or like a mix with an office space. Someone has carved a large skull on the opposite side of the door, hanging on the doorknob. I forgot to mention this as well when you were lockpicking. There is a sign that says "All is not well."
Oh.
Do you think that would be a good thing to mention? Just
Yeah.
So in here, someone has taken old mismatched furniture and created like this dusty lamplit chamber, made it into a study. There's tables are strewn with pieces of parchment on which strange diagrams are drawn, and a freestanding bookshelf holds a collection of bones. There's a dusty rug covering the floor in front of a pine box on which lounges a skeletal cat. There's more skeletal schools
Oh,
of
I'm so
rats
glad I
and
ain't
cats.
fucking there. That fucker
Just sort of scattered around. The most unnerving sight of all are 3 small children standing with their backs to you in the northeast corner of the room.
I am so done with children.
Let's. Can we see any sign of any sort of like adult, or
That's the weird thing. There doesn't seem to be anyone here.
any windows open?
No, they are nailed shut.
Okay.
Get out, please. Like.
I am going to cast Detect Thought with the intention to use it to detect the presence of thinking creatures that are invisible to you. You can find thoughts to 30 feet of you. It's blocked by 2 feet of stone, 2 inches of precious metal, or a thin sheet of lead.
So you need. So it's a wisdom saving throw to anyone.
Well, I don't know about
is
that part. I don't know about that part because it's basically that's more of just to detect
I'm
if
about to say,
there's
yeah. It doesn't really say about a saving throw for this, does it?
because that's just to detect the presence of a thinking creature, not to actually get any information.
Reveal them, not to reveal them as such.
If the creature you choose has an intelligence of 3 or lower, doesn't speak to then it's unaffected.
Then it's that second.
Oh,
bit
here we go.
below.
Yep, I've just seen it. So it does need to make a wisdom saving throw. So
That's if I pick something up.
Okay.
It sounds like I am though.
Well, whatever I rolled for a wisdom saving throw, it was a natural 1. So
You couldn't get that in the fucking attic.
screaming loud and clear, practically in this corner here, you can hear the sound of almost like a teenage boy screaming, "Don't see me, don't see me, don't see me. Get out, get out. Don't see me, don't see me."
What I will do is... let's have a think. Let's not do anything too harsh, but I will slowly, whilst everyone else is kind of like taking in the room, I'll kind of walk over to this area, and then while still kind of just looking around the place, I'll like just dead look him in the eye, or where I would suppose that they would be.
Because you're actively searching for it, you can sort of hear very slightly muffled, heavy breathing. Like someone, if they're trying to remain calm, doing it over their hand over their mouth.
Yeah.
And the moment you kind of look in that direction, it goes.
I'll kind of address everyone else in the room. I'll go, can anyone else see anything?
I guess I'll do a perception check.
Me too, if we're up with them.
Yeah.
That's a big 8.
I see jack shit with a natural 1.
You're more distracted by the bones that are on the table and the really weird children just completely still in the corner.
I was going to say, if Erebus doesn't seem to be highlighting that this person is here, I'm going to take a ball bearing out and whip it at the heads of the children.
I honestly thought you were going to say a dagger. I thought you were going to say a dagger. Okay.
Just a ball bearing. I
roll.
just want to see if they're real.
Okay. Roll for an attack.
Oh crap!
You know
You
what's
were
funny?
literally-
I'm really glad
Ooh.
I decided to get drunk on this campaign.
You literally got to dorm a kid in the head with a ball bearing.
I'm really not. That was 7.
It's a kid.
Fucking
Good point.
probate.
You sort of ping it across, and obviously you're trying to not do it too hard to actually cause the kid brain damage or anything. It just sort of rolls on the floor,
Fuck!
and you watch the ball bearing just bump, 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 and hits the kid in sort of the back of the leg, and
It hits him.
in a manner of sense, it does kind of hit, but the
Taps it.
child's unresponsive. Yeah,
Okay, but it doesn't roll through.
Very
So there's
gentle tap.
something there.
yeah, it's physical.
Well, perhaps an explanation might be in order. Wouldn't you agree? And I kind of at that point turn towards the boy. Please, we mean you no harm. If you would kindly...
Ball bearing heading towards somebody.
That's why I'm standing in the way of her. She only gets angry when people don't respect her. Please, show yourself, and we shall talk amicably.
Do an intimidation check with advantage.
That's better. That's a 19.
Okay. With you saying that, you begin to start seeing like the outline of someone begin to appear. Kind of a 5'7" and then the physical features start to appear of a very pale young man with very shaggy dark hair, very bright brown eyes that they almost look at a quick glance like red, but they're like, no, they're a very vibrant brown, and wearing very noblesque clothes.
Victor, is it?
Yeah. Who's asking?
Ah, my apologies. My name is Erebus, and these are my companions. We have come to just talk to you today, Victor. We do not care for what your father has any intentions of. We are merely here to help the town and help you.
Look, I've got no interest in what the town wants. I just want out of here.
Ah, why is that then, Victor? Please, please. I kind of motion for him to kind of stop hiding in a corner.
He kind of like starts looking you up and down, kind of like slightly open mouth, like, wait, are you like a wizard?
Yes.
You're a wizard or something?
How else was I able to hear you?
You dodgy bastard.
Because you're a wizard, Harry.
You do see like a smile on his face going, oh, look, sorry, I'm a little bit new to this whole magic side of things. I'm just learning myself. I've got no one sort of reached down, but you know, but if you know your fair bit of magic, oh, yes, I'm more than. I mean, if you let me, you know, I go with you. Sorry, I'm all getting tongue-tied here. I'm getting all tongue-tied. I'm just
Before we get all sitting down and chummy, what the fuck are those? And I'll point at the children.
Oh, no, don't worry about them. And he goes over to them and he just sort of gives them a little nod and goes, they're just dummies. And he sort of turns them around and they are just wooden dummies.
Very hard not to burn everything in here.
I feel the heat kind of coming onto my back. I'll go, Victor, it seems that you are interested in the ways of magic, but a favor for a favor, let's say. I can certainly tell you what I know of my experience, but you have to help us as well, from one spellcaster to another.
Oh, yeah. What is it you need?
Please, take a seat, my boy. And
he just eagerly just runs round and sits down at his desk, just clearing away some of the papers. Yeah, I'm ready. What is it you need?
So, we have had a bit of a complication with someone, or some people you may know, the Watcher family.
Oh.
They have brought the undead, specifically vampires, into the town, which we had a run-in. Unfortunately, we almost lost a dear friend of ours. Now we wish to take a bit more action. However, we need to understand a bit more about the family. Now, I don't want to touch on any subjects, but I hear that you may have had some experience with the daughter. Is that correct?
I mean, me and Stella, we're kind of close, sort of thing, but our mothers and fathers don't really kind of agree to that sort of thing. They're kind of a bit of rivals, sort of thing. So, it's something like have a novel you would hear that star-crossed lovers, parents don't like each other, but the kids do, sort of thing.
And I'm going to roll my eyes at this point and walk off. Did you say there was a skeletal cat in here? Or a skeleton of a cat?
Skeletal cat. Yes.
There are several skeleton cats in here.
But like living or like just cat skeletons?
Dead, definitely.
Okay, cool. I'll roll my eyes at him being romantic and go and inspect the skeletons.
Okay.
Just to look.
He says, and one day, she's very encouraging of the way that I do magic. So I tried to show her a few of my little tricks, and my main practices is like with some of the dead cats that you do find in the town. So I used to bring them in, just sort of getting them down and, watch. And he just points to one of the cats that you're looking at, Dummy, and the bones just come up, and it's like an animated cat, and it kind of like walks around in a circle, and it's over.
Would I be able to
Witches.
recognize that spell?
Arcana check.
I give it scritches on its skull.
And Victor kind of like plays with it, that it kind of rubs up against you. It's a little weird that a skeleton rubbing up against you like a cat would.
That's a 16.
You would recognize this as an animate dead.
Yes. I kind of furrow my brow and I go, Victor, that is a very talented spell, but a very rare spell. Well, tell me, my boy, where did you find the ability to cast that?
It's been in this spell book, and he sort of looks around and pulls out this spell book inside. See, I've kind of mastered a few of the spells that are in here, but there's been one spell that's kind of been it's got me in a lot of trouble. And Stella.
Care to point that out for me, my boy?
He actually then gets up and then walks over to the carpet area, and he looks at Bolgi and says, "Oh, sorry, can you just move your feet?" And as Bolgi does, he pulls back the rug, and you can see like a circle with very complex looking runes inside of it.
Would I recognize this at all?
Again, Arcana.
What the hell is that? It's a nat 20.
You would definitely recognize this as a very crude looking teleportation circle.
Oh.
Very badly done, but you kind of recognize where it's going.
It's just kind of when
And
Harry
you
Potter
know
wanted to
that-
go to Diagon Alley. Like,
Yeah, it's got the words diagonally written in the runes.
sorry.
But you know that if someone was to stand inside a teleportation circle that's not done properly, it can mentally mess you up.
I see the reason for the issues, my boy. You have indeed made a teleportation circle. Is that right?
Well, that was the idea. One day I wanted me and Stella to just find a way of living life away from our families, and I thought we teleport away out of Barovia somehow, but it kind of went...
You do know of the repercussions to a failed teleportation spell, do you?
I do now.
Ah.
As Stella kind of went in there, and a cat that was animated at the time also went into it as well. Spell kind of mixed their minds together, and now Stella thinks she's a cat.
You goddamn fool.
I know.
Is
Where
this
is
something we can fix?
where is Stella at the moment?
Last I heard, she was back at her mother's house.
I see.
This is why we don't animate the dead, children.
I'm currently cuddling the animated dead cat. I kind of look reproachfully at him.
Shoo.
Can I?
Oh,
Does he still have the book with him, or did he leave it on the table?
he's got it on the table.
Victor, may I have a look at that book? It's very rare that you find a book with such knowledge inside.
Apparently it was left behind a while back when They say that this great wizard came to Barovia and battled with Strahd. Unfortunately, Strahd got the better of him. And they say that's the. I think that might be his spell book he left behind.
I'll take a look at the spell book.
Bulky's got to look at Demi with kind of arsonist intentions when the book is mentioned.
I'm cuddling a cat and I barely even notice.
My point has been taken thoroughly.
Okay.
What is this book?
That one, it is a spell book. You do see spells like Animate Dead, Blight, Cloud Kill, Dark Vision, Invisibility, and Levitate. So there are a few number of spells in here. You do see a name written in the back of the book, and you know the name of Modern Canaan. I love seeing the faces of people who got that reference.
I didn't get the reference, but it rang a bell. Like...
Yeah, Modern Canaan's a big name in D&D.
Would my character know who that was?
I won't even let you roll an Arcana check. Yeah, it's a big name in the game. He's a very powerful known wizard who went missing a while back, and you've just pieced the puzzle together of why he's been missing.
Erebus kind of closes the book. When did you say that you found this book?
It was about a year ago, I think it was.
You seem to be a very fast learner if you've accomplished all these spells, by the way.
Really? Oh, thank you.
However, might I suggest in the future that you deviate away from the more... I kind of turn towards the dead cats and bones. Necromantic magic. It can carry with it a fair bit of stigma.
Oh.
And rightly so.
It's fine.
Oh, look offended and hold the cat closer.
It's fine.
It's an abomination.
On your own, but out there in the wild world, it's seen as a very looked down upon magic. Your abilities with illusion and with teleportation seem a lot more special, my boy.
Well, I kind of started just doing little animate dead sort of things just to, kind of just to understand magic, and now I feel a bit more powerful in myself. So that was just the building blocks. I am getting stronger.
Would I find like prestidigitation or minor illusion at all in that book?
Let me have a look. Prestidigitation, yes. What was the other one?
Minor illusion.
Not minor illusion.
Cool, okay. One good spell to get any budding wizard on their ways. And I kind of turn to prestidigitation. I can't say that properly. Is this. It is a spell that you can master fairly easy, but it has so many uses.
Yeah, but it's boring.
Not when you use it in the right way, it's not. Many things with these smaller spells you can subtly get away with. And then...
You kind of, yeah, go ahead.
Okay, and then you can then work on the bigger spells.
Oh, okay. I'll definitely give it a look. In the meantime, I'm just... I really don't know what to do with Stella. I think she's going to need some kind of a big spell to break her out of that curse.
Yes, it may not be as much as a curse, it's more of a dispel of magic. However, that is where we originally need your help. If we're to get into the house to help her and our own investigations with the family, you mentioned that obviously you met her secretly. Was there any other entrances to their house?
Good question. Give me a second. Meanwhile, can Dami, Erebus, and Bolgi just make general intelligence checks for me?
Intelligence.
Yeah, just a straight up intelligence.
Say 15.
22.
15.
3.
Thank you.
Okay.
I love
Of
Bolgi
course.
so much.
Actually, Dami, you recall something in memory a couple of nights ago. The card readings. There's something familiar about this situation to you that just fits perfectly.
I do, hang on.
In fact, I'll bring it up on the screen here. Your mind goes back to the Donjon card. And at 22, yeah, it's going to be easy to remember. This card sheds light on one that will help you greatly in the battle against darkness. Search for a troubled young man surrounded by wealth and madness. His home is his prison. You have an
it's the
epiphany.
first card.
You may have
Okay.
found one of the pieces of the puzzle.
I'm gonna. Okay, cool. I'm gonna remember that, and I'm gonna say, we're fond of magic users here, and I will cast Silent Image, and I will make a live cat appear on the table, on his desk, and just like turn circles and do a bit of cleaning and kind of look up at him.
At the same time, I will cast Minor Illusion to make the noise of a cat.
You're
Okay.
amongst friends with us.
This is. Can you get me out of here?
Well,
Right, no,
I will do my best.
Just away from fun.
We
As
are
for-
trying to get out
okay.
of Barovia, and if we pull it off, we'll take you with us.
yes.
On the one condition that you stop with the dead cats. It is not right.
Thank you,
Bolgi, do
Bolgi,
a-
someone
do-
of sense.
Bolgi, do a persuasion check for me.
Oh, god damn.
Bolgi,
You got this,
please don't
Bolgi. You
mess
got
it
this.
So it was a 17 rolled, so that's a 14.
Got a -3 on persuasion.
Oh, my 3.
Yeah.
Actually,
Okay.
no, that goes quite
Yeah,
well
that's
with.
great. His
Could-
charisma sucks.
Could we give him advantage on the fact that I did tell him earlier to quit it with the undead stuff?
Necromancy's
Yeah.
a no-no.
Would that be undone
Yeah.
by the fact that I'm snuggling the dead cat?
Probably.
Let me just reiterate that I'm so fucking glad that I didn't go with you lot.
Yeah, so am I,
I'd
actually.
like to say to the chat, this isn't a one-off. This is generally how the rest of the game
This
works.
every
so-
session.
Not hugging dead cats, but yeah, Bolgi, roll advantage.
Yes.
Fantastic.
What was it?
That one was a 12.
Okay.
So the 14.
So he does kind of have a look at you when you say that. He goes, fine, and clicks his finger. And sadly, Dami, the one that has been petting, just goes, collapses to bone dust on the floor.
Reach my hand down. And I'm going to cast False Life, and I'm going to suck all the energy out of the dead bones.
Oh my god!
So I can adopt a bit of
Okay.
the cat into me.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
Okay.
And
well,
I get hit points back for that as well.
Nobody told me about
You
it.
do.
So you
When
do
get back.
see.
When you get back to the tavern, any of you break wind of this, someone's getting smacked.
You do see as it crumbles to dust. I wave my hand over the dust, and like black smoke pours up into me.
Would I know that that's necromantic magic?
Do an Arcana check.
I'd imagine Victor would.
That is a 14.
14. You kind of recognise because this. I'd like to imagine that you use the material component for this as well, which is a small amount of alcohol.
Oh yeah.
That you may have. So you may
Little
have just
vial of it.
spilt some onto the bones, and you do kind of recognise that's not like your normal divination spell or anything. That's definitely something of a necrotic nature, using a dead cat's remains to absorb life into yourself.
Like,
How come she can do it and I can't?
You know what?
yes, that's what I want to know.
Well, she was
I'm-
killing a dead
I
thing.
am happy to pass on my training once we get out of here.
You can do that one. I'm fine with that.
Well, at least we've got your approval. I kind of turn back towards Victor and I go, Victor, my boy, if we can convince the Burgomaster to allow you freedom in exchange for keeping his town safe, would that be okay with you?
I'll do you one better. I bet we could get
Oh.
him to release you into our custody to help with our investigations.
That is, of course, if you're up for the challenge.
Guys, do we want to
He-
answer you and
he
save a
goes-
child?
He kind of clicks his fingers in the sort of moment. Well, I can tell you now, the Watcher House has a basement you can probably sneak into the house if that will get anywhere for you.
I see. Now, we have to put a condition in first. Unfortunately, you are too close to the Watcher family to take part in this investigation. Having you around may cause a bit too much suspicion for what we're trying to do.
We have a base camp we can install him in.
Oh,
If he's
yes,
being oppressed here, then we don't leave him.
no, I'm happy to take him out here, but when we go to the Watcher's house, we put yourself and ourselves at too much risk, if you understand, my boy.
I see. So just to sort of lay low for a little while and not be in the
Yes.
Watcher House.
Correct. And do not worry.
Okay. I think I can agree with that. Just want Stella safe. She reminds
Yes.
me of that lady there with the fire hair. But not with the fire, I mean, she likes cats too.
I thought you meant her fiery personality, but
I like dead
Ah!
dogs.
I love Bolgy's laugh.
Right, I think we've come to an agreement. You bring that book. We'll all go downstairs and tell your father you're now part of our team.
well, we shall say that you are to further understand the cause of the curse and to keep yourself safe. We shall say that we shall take you under our watch, if you are happy to agree with that.
Are you okay with that?
Right. Shall we?
Do you need to grab anything?
Yes, we'll go down and talk to the Burgomaster if you wish to clear up. I kind of look at the dolls and the bones, well, the remaining bones.
And the badly done teleportation circle.
Yes, let's not leave too much incentive.
He just sort of go around and starts like gathering some belongings, putting them in a bag and everything.
Can
as
I
you say that?
Can I heat up enough to char away a bit of the floor where not set fire to, just like mess up the runes and kind of make it enough so that this isn't going to do any more damage?
Yeah, so you can do that. And you kind of watch him do that, and he kind of like nods a little bit to an agreement of, yeah, that's probably best.
And then we'll all head downstairs.
Okay.
I kind of we'll head back to the Burger Man.
Okay. You do begin to notice that Victor, he is kind of like just kind of keeping a distance from you guys, as if to think that would he his mere presence alone might be a bit too might jeopardize his chances of being able to get out.
I'll hang back next to him.
Yeah,
Okay.
I kind of accepted that I'm going to be doing most of the talking to the Burger Man.
Also, hope you don't mind me restarting the music. I noticed it went off while you were all doing roleplay. So.
Oh, no. Perfect. It's because it's gone off in my headphones, so I can't hear the music anymore, which has been very weird for my style of DMing. So you guys start heading back downstairs. When you get to the next floor, just do perception checks for me.
4.
12.
One job. 12.
17.
Nice one, Bolgy.
17. Bolgy. Oh God, what have I just done? As you go down, heading towards the ground floor, your head kind of pokes into a slightly ajar room, and you do see a bedroom inside. Not very luscious or anything, but it has a very creepy factor that it's just completely covered in red-headed dolls, all with facial features that you have seen before, similar to Irina.
As we go past it, Volky would say, "Hey, doesn't Strahd like redheads?"
Why?
As you do that, Victor, who's actually quite near you, going, "Oh, that's Izik's room. That is. Yeah, he's got this sort of asphyxiation with. Oh no, this woman. I mean, I've pressed him about it before, but he just kind of hit me when I asked him about it.
Son of a bitch!
Well, Erebus kind of understands the whole picture there, so he's not going to say anything.
Is he attracted to his sister?
But he doesn't have a sister, as far as they know.
So we'll keep going into the room with the Burger Man.
I love that he's not even the
Yeah.
Burgomaster anymore, he's Burgerman.
Yeah, I get this shit
You
as a
have
DM.
got
It's
them.
your turn.
Yeah, just remember who the DM is.
Look, I've sacrificed myself once, I'm not doing it again!
Okay, so yeah, you make your way down to the very lower floors, and you do see that Izik is just sort of waiting outside the room that was opposite the dining room that you were in before. And he says, Burgomaster and his wife's in there. Bloody tablet sliding down.
As I walk past him, I'm gonna turn the hair on.
Okay.
It's
So
like,
instead of being like cute pixie cut, it's like flames. Just as I
Yeah.
walk past him.
you've kind of got some
Like
like
the picture.
LEDs.
Yeah.
I like your style.
I'm not gonna say anything. Just walk in.
Okay. So yeah, you go into like a den area. Padded chairs and couches just line the walls of this cozy carpeted den. The room's just reeks of pipe smoke. And mounted on the eastern wall is the head of an angry-looking brown bear. Oh, darling, the visitors have just reappeared. Oh, So you have managed to speak to Victor. Have you managed to coax him into inflammation?
Yes, we have gained a couple more valuable pieces of information that will certainly help our investigation. We have also some news concerning Victor's newfound abilities.
Oh,
Now, you see, Victor has unearthed a hidden aptitude for spellcasting. This book seemed to merely increase that. However, with all young boys who figure out the spellcasting, certain measures must be taken into place, you see, lest their magic runs rampant, of course. On this case, his spells and his ability may need to have a bit more direct oversight. For that and for your own reputation in this town, I request the overwatch and tutoring of this boy so we can hone his skills to become worthy of the town and not a hindrance.
I see.
He,
So
He has knowledge of the Watchers that we'll find useful too. It'll help take them down.
either both of you make persuasion checks, or one of you with advantage.
What's your persuasion modifier?
3.
I'll do it at advantage because I've got 6.
Go for it.
Okay.
But that's metagaming.
In fairness, I would have said you do it anyway. You've done most of the talking.
17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. That's a 22.
Lady, the Burgomaster's wife, kind of looks towards her
Do you
husband.
realise how hard that was for me not to look up? Because on Twitch, I'm Lady Reaper. So when you went Lady, I was like, don't look.
Sort of looks to her husband going, my darling, they take Victor away to his village. This is wonderful news. He can finally harness his powers. And you would be looking to take him away from Vallaki, would you?
Yes, we wish to ensure his protection
Of course.
from himself as well as externally.
It is a very bold move to be making, of course. But as you say, if it will aid in being able to bring down the Watcher family household, and also to give him...
Sorry.
And also be able to give Victor discipline in his magic uses, then you believe that you have the magical capabilities and patience with him, then absolutely, I encourage it. All is well, eh?
I'll chuckle along with him. Yes.
I'll tell him the good news. Is he waiting
Oh.
outside?
Yeah.
I'll trust Erebus to make sure the payment is forgotten. I'll swing out and I'll go up to him and say, "You're ours," and then kind of gesture for him to follow me out at least to here.
Just, as you pass by, he kind of looks at Urki, and Urki kind of gives him an approving nod, and Victor just goes, "Yes."
I mean, did you say that you're taking him away, or?
I'm taking Victor just outside. I just want him to know that he get that taste of freedom.
Take him
Okay.
outside,
As
put him
he-
in a little hole you buried earlier.
Yeah. Oh wow. You do see that sort of look of absolute relief as the fresh air appears on his face. It's been a while since I felt this freedom upon me.
Feels good to get out, doesn't it?
Yeah. Do I really have to stop doing necromancy? I mean, sometimes it might be.
Just keep it.
You know what that
Around me.
almost sounded like?
Just-
Do I really have to stop necrophilia?
Oh my god!
Ugh.
Just keep it quiet.
I mean, what you do with undead cats is in your own time.
I just got
My creatures with a pulse.
I just got an image of
Shut
that
up.
person that did taxidermy on a cat and made it into a drone. Like,
What days?
Oh my god.
I dread to think what the chat is just saying for that right now. Anyway, as for the rest of you who are still inside, Bolgi, Erebus, well, Erky would have come out as well. And we've only got Light in there for the guidance check.
To be fair, Bolgi would probably leave as well because, as far as they're concerned, the money doesn't really matter.
Okay. And Erebus?
I'm just trying to see if there's anything else that we want to discuss with these. Nothing for now. Erebus will kind of take a bow to the Burgomaster, take a bow to his lady, and he'll kind of exit whilst kind of closing the door.
Okay.
Exit stage left.
Pursued by a bear.
You know that reference.
And what I'll do, because Erebus really likes to, stir the pot.
Okay.
does he though?
I didn't notice.
It's Izek, isn't it?
Yeah. Put you back in.
As he's kind of walking out, he'll whisper over to Izek, and he'll go, if you would like to learn a bit more about our company, who we've came into the town with, always seek me out, my boy. And with that, I will then continue onwards.
He does have a very stern stare. The rock kind of eyebrow
So
up.
out of character, is Erebus now a double agent? Like,
What?
Erebus is
are you
so
gonna-
shady.
are you now going to tell him all of the things we've done wrong and our flaws so he has an advantage, or are you just going to say, yeah, we're these awesome people?
Oh yeah, because he'll use the word awesome. He pretty much just basically gave me the dad look of shame while I was under a tanker going, fucking yeah!
I don't think it's us he's selling out.
It's me.
It's the girl, the Ismark's sister, whose name escapes me.
Irina.
Irene.
Irina?
Don't know what you're on about.
Irene.
Anyway, this is all out of
Right.
character anyway.
So Erebus comes out.
Yeah,
We
I'll
throw
kind
a
of.
coming out party.
I'll come
Oh,
out and
days.
go.
Not
Hi,
that kind of party.
Taz." These robes are in.
So
I'm gonna, when he comes out, I'm gonna wait for him to get next to me and kind of be a little bit away from Victor and just be quiet and just say to Erebus, Don John, he's a Madame Eva card. And like nod at Victor as they do it.
I will then remember the card and I'll go. I think maybe not Victor, but that book. But I suppose one item comes with the other.
Just happy to have him free. And I'll start walking off.
okay. Where would you guys want to head to? Back to the tavern? Or...
I- Say back to the tavern?
Oh, that's a sound
Seven?
idea.
to rejoin with the rest of the party?
I'm
So-
so psyched to see what they've been up to.
As I'm.
So,
Okay.
wait, if there's anything you want to do before coming back to the tavern, do it now.
Yeah.
Oh no,
Yeah.
it was more of just a bit of sweet talk with Bolgi.
Oh,
Okay.
do it.
Then do it.
Oh,
Do
wow.
it. Do it.
So as we're kind of walking by, kind of Erebus will kind of walk next to Bolgi and go, so Bolgi, your detest for the undead, where does this stem from?
I don't know how to answer that question. It's not a detest for the undead. It is the detest for anything that breaks the laws of the cycle of nature. The spirits can come back, but the body is owed to the earth.
I see. So undead creatures are seen as an abomination to you.
They're theft, as Dami might hate being stolen from, so does nature.
I see. And what of nature that's not from our mortal realm? So from other dimensions?
I'd have to get back to you on that.
I
I
see.
can't say I've really checked.
No, that's all right, my boy. I, for one, agree with your thought of keeping the cycle flowing.
Do people want to have a quick 5-minute break for toilets and
course we
drinks
can.
and stuff quickly?
That sounds good.
Sure.
I think we
think-
usually regret it if we don't.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's been 2.5
Totally
hours. I
agree.
think it's a good time for a break.
Yeah. We'll
I'm
be
gonna
back in
fill
a
up on
moment,
juice.
chat.
Cool.
Keep the chat entertained who's not going.
He'll be on a BR screen, knowing him.
No, I don't have a BR. I don't have a BRB screen. What are you talking about? How is chat finding it actually for the main thing? Because this is obviously the first. We've always done this just in a group for ourselves, and obviously us being in the story, it's always been entertaining. So how are you guys finding it? I know I'm trying to keep it as visual as possible for you guys, without revealing anything that I shouldn't know if I'm not there, kind of thing. But in terms of D&D, what do you guys think so far? Sounds off as I'm reading. I'm just getting my kicks for watching your beautiful face. Fuck off, look at it. Enjoying seeing us interact in character. That's one of the best things about D&D, to be honest. Which is also one thing you have to get used to as well, because there's been times we've all interacted in character, and we've actually messaged our characters have gotten into heated debates and arguing, and we've actually messaged each other saying, "You do realize this is just RP, right?" I'm like, yeah. So,
Yeah, we've done that on several occasions.
oh yeah. You want to
I've
see
even
that?
messaged Reyes and gone, you know we're still friends, right? I haven't actually slapped you or pushed you down the stairs.
Yeah. So it's especially when playing, it's a lot easy. It's easy to get into the character, and especially with the music in the background, and especially the way Matt, the DM, sets the scene. It's pretty much like reading a book. You know, when you read a book and you just imagine everything. That's how it is. But you are the character, and it's so easy to get carried away with it. And sometimes you do feel like you need to message the person, I just want you to know that wasn't how I feel about you. That's just the character to character.
Previous session, Lite died, and he got inundated with DMs basically saying, "You aren't dying. We're going to do everything we fucking can to bring you back." And there's me and Dami getting really emotional, getting very teary because we're like, "No, this is like the person that we bully because we care about them. He can't go. And we were all
That's-
just like, this is wrong. We will do everything we can.
That's the thing, though. Like, until like the end of last session, even me as a person just felt like Lite, the character, was getting bullied for his height. But the second he died, me as a person could then see everybody actually loved him. But because Lite hasn't actually seen that, I still have to act in character as if, like, you all just fucking taking the piss out of me, aren't you?
Hence why the throwing of the drink in his face, because it's a big sort of like,
Ugh.
you all go on about me having a cool head, and this stupid little shit took this opportunity to get himself fucked up. And I was like, no, you caused me great pain. You can fucking have my drink in your face, you little shitbag. You know, it's things like that. And it's really nice.
If my dexterity was good enough, I would have caught it in my mouth. So.
Yeah, fucking Don one ever again. Oh, you just fed this away.
But
he knows.
I did have some stuff planned for tonight. For Sober Light. Those things got thrown out of the window when everyone was like, no, fuck you, Light. Just fuck you. Now that he's drunk, I now have two other ways I can possibly put across what I wanted to do.
This is the problem we have. I never expected Dami to be the one to come and talk to me. I thought someone would. Like, when you came to talk to me, I thought, right, but it took a different turn. Somehow my emotions got the better of me. I was like, no, I'm going to throw a fucking drink in his face.
No, but that's fine.
To throw a fucking drink in his face. And I hadn't already, like, planned out how I wanted to talk to you. I thought, no, I'm in the mood to throw a fucking drink in your face.
This is the thing, though. You can plan out as much as you want. When it actually happens, it's a completely different story. Like, I spoke to Dami after, you know, Layla, when we had that conversation... Sorry, when me and Dami had that conversation behind the barn at the inn.
When I asked him to be my sponsor.
Yeah. Afterwards, we actually had a quick conversation afterwards where she'd actually set up multiple choice situations to what I would like, how I would react, and I literally blew all of them out of the water.
Honestly,
I
like,
kind of thought you would just walk into the tavern after I threw the drink at you. I kind of thought, yeah, he's just gonna have a fun one, just walk the fuck away.
But
I kind of called that one, but when Dami came over to sit with me and just drink, I thought, wow. And I thought Erebus would be like, look, I've had enough of your shit, I'm leaving you in. But when he gave me the dad look, I was just like, fuck you, Dad!
Right.
I was looking forward to a drunk Reaper pouring a heart out to somebody who doesn't give a shit.
Nobody asked.
So-
I was quite happy, because now my secret remains intact.
So now that others are here to keep chat entertained, it's my turn to go to Lalu. Bear back.
Where's
How
Dami
dare
at
you.
with the pies at the minute?
Oh, she doesn't have any.
Oh, I think you didn't see it last time. She's actually cured of her addiction.
I am no longer addicted to pie.
He has to roll. He has to roll for his addiction, by the way.
He does. He
Forgot to
does
mention it
actually.
earlier.
Yeah.
We done my fucking animal handling. Where's his fucking retribution?
I'm glad you said that. Yeah, we'll just wait for that. Oh, that's how.
I may or may not have put an orange ice pole in this.
Nice.
That's how you get
It's
it.
cool.
That orange, is it?
Yes. When I run out of fizzy, I go to my ice pops. And oddly enough,
I finally got the music to work on my headphones at last.
oh, it's only been campaign 9.
Oh, is that?
Session 9.
Look, right, 3 fucking ones of these, alright? Give over.
Am I gonna have
Thank
to
you. You
give
guys have been really patient as well, because like that was a lot.
Yeah.
With you
I'm
guys
about to
just
say,
sat there.
I did feel bad for you three, just like.
Yeah, but we did the
I
same
can't do
thing
much.
when they were drunk. We did the same because I went over to Octavio for him while them lot were getting drunk. I was stealing
That's
a
true,
fucking
yes.
tiger, so it's
I was
the same.
drunk then as well.
I mean, I'm
That's
seeing
just
a
Blanche.
Yeah,
Better
Blanche has just got a fucking problem.
Cheers, everyone.
Cheers,
I
Blanche.
just realised because you're drunk, your Constitution save would be at disadvantage.
Brilliant.
I'm back.
How
Well,
much
you're
of a
back.
I'm glad.
disadvantage?
Do you know what, right? I'm so fucking glad I got that animal handling before I got fucked out my head.
I just need to remember you're on 1, and I said you gotta have 3 successes to send that tiger.
I've done 1. I saved 1. So
And
fuck you.
Don't forget, if that tiger gets agitated by anyone in your group, it turns on you.
Blanche.
It does.
I'm already in a
Blanche
full
is-
mood as a drunk.
Blanche,
Brilliant.
Blanche is drunk and looking for trouble.
Dude, I'm taller than you.
Everyone's taller than me. I'm a dwarf.
Light
Well,
isn't.
Yeah, I was going to
Yeah,
say,
yeah.
I'm not taller than you.
You aren't.
I'm sure there's a no. I'm sure there's a no in there somewhere as well. Yeah.
Are we going back to the tavern for the drunkards to do their bit yet, or?
That's what I was going to say.
Uh,
That's what I was going to say.
I mean-
as long as
mean-
everybody else is on the way back, there is stuff I wanted to do
100%.
while they were there.
Okay, so flashback now to the Blue Water Inn. While they were at the Burgomaster's house, what were you guys doing?
I was shooting arrows into a tree, not the silver ones, but I was literally just firing arrows into a tree because I'm royally pissed off.
So, as well as her being royally pissed off,
My cat's passed out because he's bored.
I did have something planned, and it didn't go as planned. But now that Light's drunk, it could go another 2 ways. And I'm just going to say I possibly rolled the worst way because I know how it's going to go. So,
Shit. Shit. What are you going to do?
I'm intrigued yet suspicious.
so,
Oh,
where are these trees that Reap is shooting at?
right by the bar.
I would definitely say they are
Right
kind
by
of
the
like-
barn, yeah.
Yeah.
See, I'm not silly. I study these maps, alright?
So-
My note taking's impeccable. My eye for detail's even more impeccable.
There are a few passers-by
Dream
here and
about
there.
the perception rolls.
Oh, there are a few passers-by who are kind of like a bit. Why is there a drunk elf woman shooting arrows very badly?
You don't know if it's bad or not. I haven't rolled to hit, alright? You don't know
At
if it's bad.
disadvantage.
They would be at disadvantage for the drunkenness.
You
Um,
don't know if I roll.
So just do an attack on the tree.
Why did I say
With
it?
this.
Why did I say it? Right, okay. This is myself. The lowest, right? Do you know what's funny? I rolled 19 twice with +7.
Oh my god.
Oh, even with Reaper's drunken demeanor, she can still get it.
See, the drunkenness
And
is
willing
there,
to
but the
tell that shit.
hatred is so much more.
I about to say she's fueled on
twice.
she's fueled on anger rather than her drunkenness. So she is managed to hit the tree perfectly, even through her cross-eyed exterior.
26, that is. That's a 26 to hit, mind you.
Ah.
Alright, so Light's gonna be like, he's sitting there at the table and he's letting things go over in his head. And he's getting himself like he's thinking on stuff that's happened in the past. Not with this group, like in the past. And he's getting himself more and more worked up, and
The memories of the high seas adventures.
and he's just gonna put both hands onto his head, and I'm gonna say cast cure wounds, but not intentionally. Like this is how much he's thinking, and he's so focused. Like he's so in
Your
the moment right
subconscious
now.
senses pain, and you just automatically heal yourself.
Yeah.
Okay.
Where's the 8? There it is. That's actually not too bad. That's a 13 to HP. So
Nice.
I was on 1, wasn't I? So that puts me to 14.
Yeah.
All
Suddenly you
right.
start feeling a little more clear-headed than usual. Still a bit drunk, but
All right. So
he says that as he downs a can of Carlsberg.
I was going to say, as he takes that last drink in that mug of ale, he's going to stand up and walk outside.
Flitz, have we got the same headphones but just different colour?
I think we discussed this last time. Yes.
Yeah. Oh no, I was borrowing my missus' headphones. These are mine.
Oh, well then, still, yes.
No, okay.
So
So yes.
he hasn't thought this through at all.
When do we ever?
He hasn't thought this through at all, but he's going to storm outside, and assuming he sees Reaper, which I'm assuming is right here. Actually, no. It's kind of down this side, away from the cat.
The cat is snoozing at this precise moment. In fact, it probably would have gone back towards the barn.
All right, and again, he hasn't thought this through, but he's going to be like, "Look, I understand what I did has obviously caused a lot of shit, a lot of trauma. But at the same time, would you have preferred me or Dami to die?"
Do you know what I prefer? And this is me purely drunken. This is just out there. I prefer no one to die around me. Do you realise what it's like to lose your entire family, your village, everything you've ever loved and known to be destroyed because you made a snap decision in 2 seconds? Because that's all it takes. Light is a 2-second thought to not be there, like I wasn't there again, and everybody dies.
He's just going to look at her for a second. Silent. And his whole anger is going to drop. And instead of anger, his eyes turn a bit more neutral and relatable. And he's going to say, I do, actually. The reason I'm on land in the first place is because I literally lost everything that I held dear to me at sea. Purely out of my own greed.
And what was saving Dami? Selfless or greed?
I didn't want to see it happen again.
That's your own selfishness.
I didn't want to see it happen again.
Do you want to know what mine was? I thought if I actually listened to a plan, instead of running in bullheaded, someone wouldn't end up dead. And your body carried out lifeless when I wasn't there again.
I told them all to leave. Not a single one of them listened to me.
And and that's the reason why you died, huh? Because no one listened, or because you were too pig-headed to run with them?
If they'd ran out when I said so, I would have stood a chance to get out there with you all. I told them all to run outside, and they decided to stay and fight. And God forbid I was going to allow any single one of you to fall in front of me.
And yet you falled in front of us.
Ever heard the phrase "a captain goes down with his ship"?
You're not a captain. Not anymore. You don't have a ship. You are part of this band of misfits, but whatever it is, you are a part of us. And the next time, I swear to God, you do something as reckless and stupid as that, never mind someone bringing you back. I'll find you in the Netherworld myself.
It's not going to be a next time.
You better make sure there isn't.
There's not going to be a next time for any of us.
And you can guarantee that. With everything we've seen, with every fight we've been
I can
in,
try my damn near best!
Bloody death!
I can try
What
my
are you doing?
damn near best.
And what if our best isn't good enough? What if this whole thing is just death? What if that is all that is waiting for us is death?
I don't know what awaits us in the days to come. Alright? All I know is that every single one of us, right here, right now, were brought here by a certain entity. It was not Madam Eva. She was given the visions by the one that brought me back, the Morning Lord.
I'm going to draw my dagger and I'm going to slice my palm open and go, I'll make you a deal, a blood pact. The next time you make a decision, I'm going with.
He'll take a moment. Hold out his hand. Because Lite only has a rapier, not a dagger.
Yeah, well, I have an adventurous pact. So...
Slice my hand too and we got a deal.
Alright, so palm to palm.
Palm to palm.
Whatever you do, I do.
As long as everybody's out safe in the end, we've got a deal.
Agreed.
Having heard the shouting, Blanche stumbled over to the door. Just in time to witness the blood pact. And says,
Okay.
You two are fucking weird.
Says the dwarf.
And as he says that, I'll just shout to him, ask the bartender for another round.
Here, here.
I mean, how much of that barrel have you gotten through?
I've drunk the
Okay.
whole barrel, mate. It's gone. I've been shooting a tree for the last hour while you've been fucking about over there at West Spaces.
The tree, the mud, the path,
Yeah.
the stairs.
Hey, double 19 on disadvantage.
So yeah, I think the palm to palm blood pact would be kind of as like the finishing thing there, as everyone else would possibly be coming back.
Yeah, eventually, the rest of the party do return. You do see a new face with him. With them, should I say.
I'll be walking in step with him, just like
Okay.
keeping an eye.
I'm going to roll my eyes and go, more people. Yay.
Always pick up strays.
And I'll just say,
I can't say much. I picked up a tiger.
so who's the new guy then?
Picked up, you know, kind of.
Stolen. Yeah, I get it. I get it.
Yeah.
All right. So it's the pickpocket.
Yeah, like Lite half drunk. We'll just say, who's the new guy then?
Hi, I'm Victor. Apparently, I'm now under the guidance of. Oh, I never actually got your names. I've just walked off with a bunch of strangers. Shit.
Dummy.
I did introduce myself right at the beginning to him.
You did. Sorry. Yes. Master
Erebus. My boy.
Erebus. Yes.
Master dummy.
Master Dummy.
And I am the
thought you were always a
furball of the
mistress,
new great
but-
you.
I prefer master.
Trust me, she's anything but a mistress.
Oh no.
Anyway, do we see the open wounds on your hands?
Unless
I was-
I open my fist, you ain't seeing shit.
I was literally about to say, as Victor was walking up, I would go to shake his hand with that hand
No, you
and kind of bring it back just before and hold out my other hand.
Oh, and he awkwardly is holding the book in the other hand, and he just kind of like goes to extend it, but drops the book, catches it in midair. Oh, hello.
Oh, sorry, Victor. Travis. Yeah, bit to drink. Nice to meet you.
Likewise.
Trust me, I'm a pirate.
As he says to Dami, and saying
This-
that.
My team. You've met Fuzzball and the Master. The one with the big axe is Urky. The elf who's passing out on the floor is Reaper.
It's Reaper.
The
Right.
redhead in the doorway is Blanche, and the littlest one is Lite.
Why are they drunk?
Because we all had
fucking felt like it.
We had a bad day.
I was going to say, I'll just speak out like, I died.
I put my hand on his shoulder and I go, Victor, remember when I told you that we had business with the Watchers?
Uh-huh.
It seems that they brought some vampires into the town.
Erebus, don't sugarcoat it. Just
This
tell me
is
what's actually happening.
not the place for this. Can we at least
Yeah,
either
let's go
get
have a
inside
drink, and
or
Light's
take
going to
him
walk
up to
inside.
the room?
Bye, guys. I have to stay here with my tiger.
Yes, I'm
Bogey will
sure.
stay out with the tiger because they don't trust a drunk reaper with it.
Bolgy,
Good
you know
call.
what? I love you in such a strong way right now.
Can I also say, because I forgot to mention it before, Light probably would have put the chainmail on.
Oh yes,
Oh,
you
yeah.
stumble down in your drunken state with the heavy chain. Can we go? Dex roll, motherfucker. He's drunk. He's wearing chainmail. I want a dex roll.
It's not quite the same as being kicked down the stairs to
to
the basement.
He wasn't kicked. He was forced.
Chainmail just goes over the head. He'd probably have a bit of a struggle trying to get it on and trying to find the sleeve and everything, but you'll get it on
Once it's on. Like...
eventually. Yeah. It's a little bit weighty, but you eventually will be able to manage the weight.
That's all I'm saying to that shit.
Class.
Yeah.
Who's the classy bird?
Daytime. It's still afternoon time. It's about 3-4 o'clock.
Are you
Daytime
telling me all
drinking.
of This has only cost like 2 hours. Come on.
I mean, if you think when they've went over there, and we've also had this.
Traveling to and from the manors would be a good 4 or 5 hours. Come on.
I don't know.
I'd say 3 at
I'm
the
okay.
max.
Yeah.
Irrespective of time of day, I'm suggesting we take him inside. So are we going straight in?
Well, what I'll do is I'll kind of lead Victor through and inside.
Okay, I'm staying at Victor's side.
I'm just going to
Okay.
get
As he
bulky.
passes, I'm going to just look him up
Bulky
and down,
the only or what?
see for any large pockets.
On Victor.
Yeah.
Wow,
I'm
you're
gonna-
going to fleece the new guy.
That's what
If I
new guys
can,
are for.
if I notice, I will glare at Blanche and give like a back off kind of a
You're going to
stare.
have to do a perception roll for that shit, you know.
I'm about to say, Blanche, do a sleight of hand check. And Dami a
Side
perception
note,
check.
why did you
Well,
not
I mean, I'm not actually trying to rob him. I've not put hands,
Hands
I've not put hands on the child yet.
the hand on the that sounds worse. But again, side note, DM, Why didn't you make me and Light roll a dexterity check? We're drunk, plus we're slicing our hands open. We could have easily have just cut off our fucking fingers.
Oh, it's
If
fine.
you want to make
it's
that check,
I'm not
do you
making
want
that
to
check.
lose
Fuck
some
that.
limbs?
We all know you'd slice your own fucking wrist off. Double 19.
Still
Yeah,
can't
no,
believe
I
you
don't
did
notice
that.
anything. I rolled an 8.
Okay.
I rolled a 12.
Oh shit. And there's
Um,
hiding in the bar.
however, his passive perception would surpass that 12.
Ooh.
Just.
Oh, he felt you frisking.
So he kind of feels this hand reaching into his pocket, and instantly
No,
you
I said
feel
I
like
didn't put hands
Oh.
on. I was just looking for pockets. I wasn't rooting around.
oh, hold on. So
We're not
that
going.
would just
We're
be
not
an
going back.
investigation.
We're not going back to the.
Ah, I do apologize. Right, so that would be more of an investigation check.
That was 4.
It's a big coat.
Yeah, it's big coat. So how do we know that it's not 2 children, one on top of the other's shoulders?
Oh, for fuck's sake. Do you know what, right, Gary Clinton? You're getting a bit sus.
If that's what Blanche says, I will just say ignore her and push him through the door.
As they come through the door, oh sorry, just before they do, I'm actually going to cast Shield of Faith on myself.
Okay.
And then as Blanche comes through the door, I'm just going to say, Blanche, look, look at this armor. Try and punch me.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Take it outside so I can hit you.
Okay.
Punch.
So,
Punch.
Him through the door.
Not
Punch him through the door.
not a weapon. Punch.
Hammer or nothing.
Please.
give me 1 second.
Punch him through the door. I will pay silver for you to punch him out the door so I can trap him. Please don't.
Blanche.
Just bear in mind that you're on low hit
Roll-
points, dude. I don't want this to be like a one-hit
Yeah,
kill.
but I've got cure hit
Um,
wounds, it's fine.
Blanche, roll a d20 and add 6.
18.
What's the chainmail?
Is that the 18 with the added 6?
That's with the added 6.
Yeah.
I just take the punch and I just stand my ground. Like,
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Short round.
So as you kind of brace, you watch Blanche, boom, and you should be feeling the feel of chains on your knuckles, but it's almost as if there's something just blocking the way, almost like an invisible force field of some kind.
But of course, being a fighter, a punch isn't enough. So take the hammer up and take a swing.
so this one's without my authority, but okay.
Okay.
You can't start something like that.
I mean, I'm drunk, so you know.
13.
Well-
So am I. What do I have?
It's always
It
a
would
plus
be
6 if you're an arm.
If you're using your hammer, it'll be just a d20 plus whatever your hammer's got.
19.
In that case,
And 19.
yeah.
Matching the armor class hits, right?
Matching armor class hits, yeah.
Shit!
So you watch as now Blanche
Knock him out the
just
door,
takes the
please.
Blanche, just do a 1d10 plus 3. I can see you, Fliss. It's making me laugh.
Just knock him out the door. I've got healing hands. Come on.
4.
Sorry, cure wounds, not healing hands. It's the wrong spell.
Is that including
That
the
is-
3?
That's including the 3. Yeah.
What was that? 4?
That's the one.
Yeah.
4 points of damage. So you're kind of there feeling like, yeah, this spell is doing me the world of, and suddenly crack, this warhammer comes around and just solidly belts you
It's
across the way.
I'm going to expect to have walked in at that point, and I'm just going to look at Blanche and I'm going to say, don't kill him, Merc.
And I'm gonna
Yeah.
say very lightly winded. I'm just gonna say, nope, that works pretty well.
Also, because Shield of Faith is a concentration spell, I need you to roll a d20 and add your Constitution modifier.
That'll be an 8.
Breaks.
The spell.
The spell does
the bug?
break,
Yep.
but I'm assuming that's after the damage and everything's done, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So pretty much on the impact and stuff, but the spell drops.
Yeah, but that's fine. That's still good. That's fine.
I'd obviously help him back up to his feet. I'm not a monster.
You didn't put me on my feet. I'm still all right.
Wait. You didn't put him on his feet.
Just put my feet.
You know what I meant.
You
know what I meant.
Someone's been in the tavern all day.
I'm also going to say that once I've said that to Blanche, I'm probably going to notice my 2 favourite boys in the tavern.
I was wondering when someone would say it.
I noticed it when you put
Well,
it in, and I was like, does it?
The thing is, the only 2 people that would know is Enlia and Bolgi.
Yeah.
I'm outside.
So if I see them, I'm going to put my hand out and stop Victor going too far forwards. Just, and I'm going to turn my hand around. Have they looked over? Have they noticed him?
Let's say they're drinking, so disadvantage. No, they've not actually noticed him.
Awesome. So before they notice him, I am gonna. No, I shouldn't be doing this, but I'm going to. Oh no, I can't do what I was gonna do. I cannot do
You're
that.
out about the slots.
No, but it's disguise self, not disguise other people. So I'm gonna push him back behind the door, and I'm gonna say, best we go the outside route, and I'll take him out to the stairs that are outside.
Well, what
and I'll lead him up.
If I see this, I'll go, Darby, do you want me to take him up? I'm feeling fairly in the mood for a sit down as well, and I can certainly have a talk with Victor about things if you wish to make some interaction downstairs.
I'm going to shrug and say, you're welcome to come with and stay with Victor. And walk up the stairs and the outside of the building.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll follow.
Victor's getting late.
I mean, that's what Reaper said about Lite before, but they went into separate rooms. So
it's a vibe Dummy puts out apparently. So I assume we'll let Erebus take us into this room if that's all right, and sit at the table.
Okay.
If that's something Erebus is gonna do.
Yeah.
Cool. And I'm gonna say, had to circumvent there. The Watcher boys are downstairs, and I don't think they'd be pleased to see you.
Yeah, Carl and Nikolai. They're
It's not
absolute
their names,
dumbasses.
Matt.
Sam and Dean. Bloody Winchester brothers. Yeah, they are a bit. I mean, they do drink heavy, but I know if they saw me, they would punch the fuck out of me.
So, if you could, Victor, tell us a bit more about the Watchers. Has there been anything weird that's been happening with them lately? Has their daughter mentioned anything at all?
Well, Nikolai Watcher Senior he passed away about going a few months back, a little under a year. He passed away, and since then, Fiona Watcher, sort of the mistress of the household, has been pretty much been going down some bad routes. From what I've been understanding, kind of like really bad-mouthing my father, my mother, saying that they are totally unfit to rule Vallaki, saying that all the festivals he puts on are just a total waste of time, which I get a point, but it's my father's way of being able to just put a little bit of happiness into the town. He really does believe that fighting happiness with the misery is one way of combating Strahd in the castle. I personally think it's a bit of a waste of time, but it's not really doing anyone any harm.
Apart from the wolves.
Well, that's just one of them. I had to watch that one through the window, killing all those wolves. But yeah, apart from that, I know that she's been sort of gathering various people from the village for a book club. Book club, as they say. Stella thinks that they're doing some kind of naughty deals down in the basement, but I've not seen anything, and neither has she. But she knows her mother is up to no good. Now, Stella, she's not bad. She's probably the dark horse of the family. Just trying to get by in life and try and do the right thing. But then I messed it up.
When do these book clubs appear?
Nighttime, usually.
Every night time, or?
No. It's more like probably every couple or so days a week.
Do you know, is there a type of person she's inviting, particularly?
They're all, I mean, from what I've ever noticed, they always seem to be dressed in like red robes of some kind.
And they show up like that. There's not, they don't end up like that. If somebody were looking to get invited, you couldn't tell us what kind of person would get that invite.
Not to my knowledge. Probably people who wouldn't like my father. People who want to see Lady Watcher just be the one in charge. And from what I understand, with everything going around, it almost sounded like she was almost successful. Somehow getting vampires involved. So if she's possible agent of Strahd.
I'm curious, Dami. Perhaps one of these robes might be found on the coffin maker's house.
Could be. There are other ways as well to.
Yes, you mentioned
borrow
Victor,
one.
that there was other ways to get into the basement as well.
Sure, I can come across a robe somewhere. Maybe a few.
That could potentially be our ticketing, although I doubt we'll be able to get about 6 or 7 people through that way.
Could be good for recon. This will need more discussion, though, as a group.
Yes, well, we're going to have to wait for half of the group to sober up.
Any more questions?
None from me. Thank you, Victor.
That's okay.
Victor, I know you've been locked up at home a while. There's a room if you want it. Probably best for you to stay outside here.
Okay. I can probably try and learn more of those spells that you told me about.
Yes, but try and keep the noise down with the spells.
I'll lead Victor out and let him into the room that I've been staying in.
Okay.
Slight Lookata knows me.
He's never even heard of this campaign until now. Like, what the fuck?
No, not that one. This one. This one here.
Lookata's just the devil on everyone's shoulder. Don't listen.
Oh, is that who it's been?
Oh my days. Okay.
Matt, I'm letting him into this room, the one that's the single bed that I've been in.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I'll let him in, and I won't follow him in. I'll let him in, and I'll say, make it yours for now. Will be a while. Borrow this, and I will hold out the yellow spellbook that we found in the Durst house.
Okay.
So you're telling me all this work Lite's put in, and this random fucking Victor gets to go into your room?
16-year-old emo
Ah.
kid.
Honestly.
Be held
Oh,
hostage.
look at him. He clearly listens to MCR.
And once I'm happy that he's settled and he's like unpacking his stuff, I'll be like, don't go anywhere without us. We can't guarantee your safety. But here, when the Watcher boys aren't around, feel free to roam about.
What
Okay.
I'm going to do is I'm going to use this as an excuse to be able to get away because I need to retire for the night.
Okay.
But I'll go
Okay.
up to I'll go. If you wish, for the next few hours or so, I can get this boy up to scratch with at least making sure that none of the spells backfire on him.
And I'll nod and just sort of a nod at Victor to make sure he feels okay. And then I'll head downstairs.
And then kind of as I go back into the room, I'll go, now let's have another look at this book of yours.
Sure.
And
montage.
cool. Right, I'll catch you guys later.
Take care, dude.
Yeah.
Lovely to have you again.
Oh
Yeah,
shit, I didn't
man.
realise
Very
you were
nice
heading
to
off.
go recon with you.
Yes.
Oh, dude.
See you
I look
later,
forward
Erebus.
to seeing you all soon.
See you later,
Yeah.
man.
Have
I'll
a good
message you
one.
later.
I'm gonna have to call it there as well.
No.
So,
Okay.
But I would spend as much time as required looking after this saber-toothed tiger whilst they deem reapers.
Sobers up and becomes more
I
responsible.
tell you what. Do an animal handling check.
Please pass.
14.
Woo!
Okay. The tiger seems pretty smitten with you.
Yay!
You've got that natural aura around you to make you very likable
See, I
to
knew
such
I liked
a
Bolgy.
wild creature.
Ah, yes.
Bolgy,
Kitty, kitty,
Bolgy.
kitty.
Thank you.
Alright. See you guys next time.
See you
Bye.
later.
see you later,
Yeah.
Bulgy.
I'll message you later.
Yeah, no worries. Have a good one.
Night.
Night. Okay.
So,
And then there were 5.
I was gonna
4,
say,
maybe.
if people are heading to bed, would this not be a good point to stop it?
Yeah, we can end it for tonight.
Not that I want to, but that's practically
Yeah.
even just 2
Yeah.
people is practically half the group.
Yeah, fair enough.
So
I think like there's a few of us that would need a long rest at this point anyway.
Oh,
so
yeah,
it might be a good time to say
100%.
like
yeah.
all the drunken people collapse in comas. I will go into the room that Reaper's usually in.
I've already messaged Matt, so good luck, you lot.
I'm going to go in the room
Okay.
that Reaper's usually in and sleep in the unslept-in bed.
Okay. Tonight. So I take it one by one. People throughout the night would probably be going to bed, except for someone here. Just bear with me, just for the role playing. So you are actually struggling to. Reaper, would you actually be physically not wanting to go to sleep?
Yes.
Okay. I need you to make then a constant, because you're drunk.
Yes.
It's going to be very hard to try and stay conscious, but definitely roll a Constitution
With a
saving throw for me.
disadvantage.
I would say so because you are drunk.
Oh no! What? What did you do?
I rolled a 16 and a 17, but I also get a +1 on Constitution.
Okay. The adrenaline kind of kicks in more than anything too. Your eyes are kind of drooping a little, squinting. You're just trying to focus. In fact, you're probably looking at Bolgi, who's just kind of at one with the cat, and it's kind of giving you that inspiration to just focus on them. Just the memories of the past rushing through your head, and you try and shake it off as urgently as you can, knowing that if you close your eyes, you will fall asleep, and the horrors of your past will just engulf you into madness. But you fight it. However, if you are going to be staying up all night, you would have to take a point of exhaustion.
Unfortunately, Reaper's net died.
Ooh.
So
It's
she
really interesting to listen to, though,
Oh.
Matt.
Oh,
So she probably didn't hear that last bit. So I've just had a text
No.
message there.
we'll
Unfortunately.
have to do that. Oh, that's rotten. That is.
It is right at the end as well.
All right, we'll probably call it then, as we've just lost half the party in no means or another.
She says she's on data now. I'm assuming that's through her phone. And on